Today we are rating custom Magic the Gathering cards, but it's going to be all your cards because thanks to none other than Bacon Catbug, we have like a million donos. We have 13 donos thanks to Bacon Catbug as the result of our last show. I will give this one for free for Bacon Catbug. Our hands, comrade. It is for Boros, a kindred enchantment with Phaleem. I can't remember. Was that like an AI thing? Players play with their hands revealed. Players may play cards from any player's hand, and mana of any type can be spent to cast spells. Cast spells players don't own. I can't read the flavor text. That's a little bit beyond me. I actually think this card, it's Zyber's. It's not your cards, it's our cards now. Everyone gets to share in the cards. And shared... Do we get to share the mana? Mana of any type? No, it's just the cards. We own our own land, apparently. Which is, well, it was said our hands, not our land. That's for sure. Little Deadfly is 100% in on this card. Yes, of course. It's like, it's the new form of group hug, where one person's not actually helping other people. We are just taking from the other players at the table. It's basically a freebie show. I am certain that the first 13 donos, because Bacon Catbug donated 100 euros. That's worth 13 donos in US dollars. So we'll get to it. Rakta says, my favorite hand to play is not my own. Wow. Wow. Total, yeah, well, yeah, sort of chaos hugs, I suppose. And what's funny is when you work with, how does card draw work? So like, oh no, okay, a card draw is still going to work the same way. I was just thinking, can I like brainstorm, draw 3, and then put 2 cards of someone else's hand back on top of their library? But I think it's still going to apply to each person's hand or whatever. Okay. So, you guys, you can give donos in chat. I mean, whatever you're ready with. Okay, so we've got Ari Thusa with A Dream of a Child. Remember, if you want to be part of the show, go in my description. There is a Discord. Join my Discord. Post your cards with a title. Give me that title in chat, and we will take a look at that card. And I have to keep track of these donos. There's a lot of donos. 13 of them. A Dream of a Child. A 5-mana sorcery. Create 2 tokens that are copies of target non-artifact creature you control with total power and toughness 4 or less, except they're not legendary. Search your library for a vehicle card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle. What is the point of, like, it can't be a non-artifact creature? Create 2 tokens that are copies of target non-artifact creature you control with total power 4 or less, except they're not legendary. Search your library for a vehicle card, put onto the battlefield. You know what? This is actually... I'm trying to figure out, like, how does this break the game? And maybe it just doesn't. Are we doing a bingo today? Oh, God. Of course we're doing a bingo. Good point. I completely forgot about it. No, we are going to have a bingo, as we almost always do. I just have to make one. And our bingo has arrived. For everyone that loves the bingo card. So we might end up with like a billion freebies today. Keep an eye on this bingo card. It's your response. It's chat's responsibility. Whoops. I don't want a star. I want the circle. Circle is good. Ugh. Serves me right for not being so prepared today. Okay, let's get back to A Dreams of a Child. What is the point of this thing? Okay, yeah, it's not Wednesday. Nikachu's not prepared. Now, I'm a little thrown off here. We're doing a custom card show on Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Nikachu, not to be that guy, but 110 divided by 5 is 22, not 13. But if you're just capping... Whoops, no. Okay, hold on, I screwed up. Okay, hold on. No, you're right. 100 euros in USD is 104. Oh, no, yeah, you know what? The problem is I didn't math properly. You know what? You're completely right. No, yeah, it is, it's 20. What was your math on this? It's 22. Okay, 22. I'm an idiot. No, you're right. It's Friday. Look, it's Friday. You know, my brain is off already. Okay, the point is to clone your kids. Well, we already did. Well, we cloned ourselves. That's why we made the kids. Doesn't everyone know that, like, the kids are clones? Merfolk players are notoriously bad at math. You know what? I mean, I'm not going to defend myself. Yeah, it's a freebie plasma blade today. I don't know. Like the thing. So the deal is, you're making 2 creatures, and you get to search for a vehicle card, which, by the way, could be with the Palincron. There are a lot of powerful vehicles out there. It didn't say that we have to search for a vehicle with, like, converted mana cost 3 or less or 4 or less. This is literally like, it's like Tinker for vehicle, plus you make 2 tokens that are copies of target non-artifact creature with some restriction, but not really. Oh, I guess the restriction. Oh no, you make 2 tokens of a single creature. The only restriction that there has to be a creature in the battlefield. And the only thing Raktus is interested in is, like, what's that anime? I want to be part of that anime. Yeah, anti-vehicle is a little wild. I guess the downside is you could, in response, blow up the creature, and that would make this thing fair. If you don't, you're going to be in for a really, really bad time. It's a Honkai Star Rail. Always goes back to Honkai Star Rail. Or Honkai Star Rail. It's a game. It's a gotcha game. Oh my goodness. Bingo. Oh yeah, actually, technically that's true. We're already we're already making bingos. Sorry, the first card was a dono, so we're already starting off with donos to chat. Where is it? Dono for chat. This whole show started off with donos to chat. Now, where's the Astral Express, the vehicle that is supposed to tutor? Okay. So just because you can interact, this could be, like, absurdly broken, but it's pretty expensive, and it's very polymorph-like, if anyone knows what that card is. So in response to the polymorph, you could destroy the creature and just completely wipe out this card's potential. Actually, yeah, it's basically polymorph, and if polymorph is allowed, then this card has to be allowed. All right, very doable. Read the flavor text. I usually don't do that. I had a dream that I turned myself into many me's. Then me made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Whoops! No, wait, that was the wrong one. that was the wrong sound effect. Okay, next up. Okay, who else? Kana wants a freebie. Leyline Harmonizer. Let's go up Leyline Harmonizer. I can't find that one. Leyline. Did you just post it or something? I can't find the damn thing. Oh, here it is. Sometimes when it's... I don't know what's wrong with Discord, but if you just post it, like, immediately, it's like you can't search it up for some reason. Leyline Harmonizer is a 2-mana 1/3 human druid. Tap. Add 1 mana of any color. And for a green, tap. Add X mana of any one color, where X is the difference between the mana value of target spell you don't control and the amount of mana spent to cast it. Then the next spell you cast this turn may be cast as Zoeted Flash, because of course you need to spend that mana on something. And if we're playing this on somebody else's spell, it's probably their turn. If it's their turn, I want to be able to spend my mana with Flash. How is this going to work out here? Add X mana of any one color, where X is the difference between the mana value of target spell you don't control and the amount of mana. Oh, so if they cheated, if they were being cheatsy, so if they cast a 7 mana card but paid 0 mana, like an affinity deck usually does, we are going to get that mana. We are bringing harmony to, I guess, harmony to the Leyline. Very, very cool idea. I don't know how good this card would be. It sounds really specific, in super specific, maybe too specific. How often are people playing free spells? I mean, I guess you're almost guaranteed to tag like a Force of Will somewhere in the game. It can be in either direction. cheaped, or you have stuff like Thorn. Oh yeah, I mean, there's cost reducer. Yeah, but if you use a cost reducer, like you're only getting what, 1 mana off of this thing? Not very big. It doesn't need to be free. It can just be discounted. Yeah, but the discount won't net you anything. Like the discount has to be 3, right? Because you're paying a green to tap. Okay, so I guess the cost reduction has to be by 2 for you to net 1 mana. I just don't see the value. Or no, you pay a mana to get 1 back. Yeah, then you just net 1 mana. It's not that big, in my opinion. Jeff says that also works for spells with X on their cost, right? Mana value will see that X as 0 compared to the actual cost paid. Mana value will see X as 0 compared. Well, it depends. It would depend on the card. Bolt says also it works with cost increases / stacks. So what, do we have to pay more mana? Oh, that's right. So if they are taxed, they're also going to net mana. Add X mana of any one color where X is the difference between the mana value of target spell. So, I mean, if they paid 8 mana for a 5 mana spell, you actually net 3 mana. So actually, what we're going to want to put this in a stacks deck? This is a stacks card all of a sudden? Yeah, commander. Oh, the commander tax. So it has a very clear, definitive target, no matter what. Very interesting. Very, very, very beautiful card. Tenutions, let's say you or another player got forced. You get to cast, I guess 5 mana at instant speed. 5 mana at instant speed. Or a commander that's been played a billion times. Okay, now in addition to the freebies, we'll also get back to just regular super chats. We do have Bacon Catbug, bite the hand that feeds. Thanks so much for your super chat. And for basically sponsoring the show. I mean, today's show is sponsored by Bacon Catbug. Because I hate Crater Hoof and Snake and the Space Snake combo. Bite the Hand That Feeds is a 2 mana instant. This spell costs Rakdos less to cast if it targets a creature with power 4 or less. Targets a creature costs less if it targets a creature with power 4 or less. How does this stop Crater Hoof? What's the plan here? How on earth is this going to stop Crater Hoof? Target creature bites its owner? I thought that was all flavor text. It deals damage equal to its power to its owner. I still don't know if that would be enough. Maybe. So this is like target creature fights its owner. That's interesting. This would actually bring balance to every deck that's trying to win with like gigantic creatures. It's almost like it's basically Deflecting Palm in advance. It's a stronger version of Deflecting Palm because Deflecting Palm is like, okay, you attack me and I attack back with this thing. I wonder if that means this is going to be like really, really strong. Cost 1 less to cast if it targets a creature with power. Okay, so it can be a 1 mana card, but it doesn't kill the creature. It's just blasting you in the face. That's right, Draconic. Your dragons are gonna learn to bite you. Got to feed your dragons properly. You're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Bacon Catbug uses Fusion Gaming to get their cards. Just saying. I hope so. I'd rather Rakdos Charm with the same color identity. Maj would be like, yeah, I'd play it. The card looks good. I hope it's not broken. It's just a 2 mana shoot you in the face depending on how many big creatures you have. It would make playing big chunky creatures a little bit more dangerous. Usually, like, big creatures beat burn-like decks because the burn can't beat the creatures, and the big creatures is a repeatable source of damage to beat people's faces down. Damn, now I need a Pariah Cradle Hoof combo. Yeah, you gotta protect your life total from your own creatures. That's right. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long show. We've only gone through like 3 cards so far. But I can tell you where you can get those. Well, maybe not the custom cards. Real Magic the Gathering cards from FusionGamingOnline.com. Today's sponsor. Get your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles secrets of Strixhaven, of course. Marvel superheroes. Everyone has a favorite superhero. I mean, you know what? Maybe my favorite on here is Wolverine. Not the card, just the character. My favorite card, though, is the Wondrous Wasp. That taps people's creatures down, makes them lose all their abilities. Pretty excited to get that card at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, though, at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And, of course, it supports the channel. And we get back to for custom Magic the Gathering cards. All Donos today. It's Donos all day, every day. Okay, bite the hand that feeds you. Probably, maybe fine. This card is pretty unique. Unique to the point where maybe it's broken, but I can't tell. It's something you'd have to play test in standard to find out if this card is going to be fine or not. Okay, back to the freebie or back to the Dono section. Kaiser with Dark Rye. Let's go find Dark Rye. The Dark Rye Pitch Black. Sorry for spamming. I keep trying to get ahead of you, but you keep side turning. Well, I mean, it's sort of the luck of the draw here. Dark Rye Pitch Black. It looks. I guess it's a Pokemon card. I don't know who Dark Rye is. I'm just from like the original like red and blue. 6 mana for a 5/5 Dark Nightmare God, Dark Void. Whenever Dark Rye attacks, tap up to 2 target creatures. Put a stun counter on each of them. If 1 or more stun counters would be put on a permanent you don't control, that many plus 1 stun counters are put on it instead. Oh my god. So all of a sudden things that are stunned are going to get extra stunned. Bad dreams. Creatures you don't control get -1/-1 for each stun counter on them. Now, to be fair, this card is pretty flavorful because, like, this, I don't know if this is a psychic Pokemon. I'm just going to guess it is. The psychic Pokemon, they can, like, freeze you. They can stun you. And you can be, like, paralyzed. Being paralyzed is a thing, and probably being stunned is the closest to being paralyzed in Magic the Gathering. Darkrai giving some Toxrill vibes. Nightmare Pokemon. I don't know if there are Nightmare Pokemon, but there are Psychic Pokemon. There are Ghostly Pokemon. If you combine the two, you might as well have a Nightmare. Stun them to death. Hey, look, if you're not going to unstun yourself in the Pokemon game, you are most certainly going to die anyway. I mean, you got to move. You got to get up. It's a dark type that causes nightmares. Kaiser is like, it's a dark type. Stun counters are to represent the sleep status condition. I feel like turning sideways is considered to be asleep in Magic the Gathering. You tap it down, they fell asleep, or they took a break. The only psychic Pokemon I know bends spoons. The only psychic Pokemon I know were grown in a lab and then escaped in a very angry way, and they even made a movie about him. Bacon Catbug, new creature type dark. Really? We've never had Dark before. There's not a single card called Dark. We need new creature type. So the creatures fall asleep after attacking. I suppose so. Well, we attack, we tap up to 2 target creatures, we put them stun counters on them. It's like a weird, this is a limited bomb. I'll just say that much for sure. You get this in limited, you are most certainly going to win the game. The only thing that makes this thing fair is that there's like no ETB. It does require to attack, so your opponent has like 1 turn to either win or deal with this card, or they're in a lot of trouble. That type simply doesn't exist in the game. Weird. Feels like something that would that should happen. All right, very doable card. Next up, let's get to the not exactly the freebie section. Rakdos with a huge super chat. No specific theme today. Oh, these are 2. Okay, I'll get you a little bit later, after our second sponsor. Okay, second person will then be Meme Bruley. Outlast Trials X MTG. Been having a bit of an obsession with the game. Saw someone make cards for other characters and gave it a crack. That is super popular. People love making Magic cards based on other Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, we've got Phyllis Futterman, Mother to All. Oh god, I'm not familiar with this game. This is creepy as hell. 5 mana for a 5/5 Human Doctor, legendary creature, Human Doctor. Vigilance Trample. When Phyllis Futterman, Mother to All, enters the battlefield, create a legendary 2/2 red toy doctor artifact creature named Dr. Futterman with Configure onto legendary creature. Pay 5 life. And as long as this card is configured onto a creature, your opponents cannot cast spells or activated abilities in your combat phases unless they're mana abilities. I have no idea what I just read. I'll read the chase. The chase ability. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose target creature an opponent controls. If Phyllis Futterman, Mother to All, were to deal damage to that creature, damage dealt, this gains Wither. This deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters. Okay, am I wrong, or is this like a big grammatical mishap here? Damage dealt, this was gains. That has to be a grammatical error. So we're gonna have to give the learn grammar spot on here. I don't know what this means. Okay, hold on. Damage dealt, I guess, to this gains Wither. If Phyllis Furman, Mother to All, were to deal damage to that creature, damage dealt, but I suppose this deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters. Okay. Very well. Okay, so it's basically a Wither. It's like a Wither creature. Let me try to interpret the second part. When Phyllis Futterman, Mother to All, enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 red toy Doctor Artifact creature named Dr. Futterman with configure onto legendary creature. Now that ability is pay 5 life, and as long as this card is configured onto a creature, which I don't know how, your opponents cannot cast spells or activated abilities in your combat phases unless they're mana abilities. So the one problem is there an explanation for this? My second attempt at making some custom cards, even if they come with an essay and most likely some wording errors. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there. AK configure AK mechanic. Yeah. Hold on. There's another card. Maybe it'll help explain everything. What is it? Okay, this is Dr. Futterman. Configure onto legendary creature. I guess this is like mutate? Pay 5 life. As long as this card is configured onto a creature, your opponent cannot cast spells or activated abilities in your combat phase unless they're mana abilities. Okay, my feedback is this card needs to be templated clear. Yeah, it probably should have just said on here, configure onto creature, pay 5 life. And then, I don't know, I guess have this ability. Or no. Maybe it's fine to have the whole thing on here. But the token, sorry, let me get rid of Kano's thing. The token is actually clearer than the original card. That's all I'm saying. The token is actually super clear. No configure is a real mechanic. Equip for creatures. Oh! So we are equipping this thing to another creature. You had the mechanic reconfigure in Neon Dynasty. Yeah, but this is configure, not reconfigure. Do they mean reconfigure? Ah, I see. It's the same thing. Okay. You have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work. Yeah, reconfigure. So now that makes it a lot clearer. How about Little Deadfly asks, how about a custom show idea where people make cards for a certain set? I don't want to exclude people that just want to make a card for any particular reason. Okay, next up, let's take a freebie from... Maybe I should get all the freebies. We're still doing freebies. We have literally 20 more freebies to go. Oh, this was one of them. I gotta write this stuff down or I'm screwed. I'll be completely screwed today. Okay, we need more freebies. Z-Man Vader with Inspiring Hero. Inspiring Hero. Now that is a whoops, let's get rid of this. Now that is a Marvel card. 2 mana 2/2 hero, kicker of Simic. This creature enters with your choice of a flying, trample, haste, or first strike counter. If it was kicked, it also enters with a non-legendary counter and 3 +1/+1 counters. Also has Passing the Torch. When Inspiring Hero dies, put its counters on target non-legendary creature you control. A deck can have any number of cards named Inspiring Hero. Wait. If the deck can have any number of creatures named Inspiring Hero, then it feels like every card in the deck is a hero. I actually like this idea. This is very clear. No, I've never seen this card before. Not in my opinion. This card is very clear. It comes into play. You become a hero, and then when the hero dies, you pass as it said, you pass the torch to another hero. So I think this card's Zybers. A very, very, very cool card. Also very good templating. 4 mana, 5/5 with haste, which is not unusual these days. Not unusual at all. It's your choice. The choice is yours. It can be any hero you want. By the way, haste is useless if your opponent has a bunch of 1/1 blockers. Maybe you want a flying counter on this card. Inspiring Hero is very similar to Crystalline Giant, but different. It is a flavor win. Let's get... Bing, it is a flavor win. Oops. What am I doing here? What is going on? Flavor win. Next up. Okay, we're gonna take one. We're gonna take a paid one. So we're moving from paid to freebie. Paid to freebie. Marcio with Tainted Phoenix. Oops, what am I doing here? All right, Tainted Phoenix for the aristocrats out there. Tainted Phoenix is it's a 4 mana plus a Phyrexian 2/2 Phyrexian Phoenix with Persist. When this creature dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. Also has Undying. When this creature dies, if it had no +1/+1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So, like, what? If it had no... Does this just never die or something? You and I really like, I think what Zybers more than anything is the templating. I like that the words are in bold and that the ability is like the reminder text is in regular text. I was actually just thinking the other day that reminder text should be like a separate color, or in this case, like not actually like there should be a different font like entirely, because right now like the cards, they got all these words on them, and we should probably have the reminder text just maybe not take as much attention as the rest of the card. Does the card cancel each other? I think so. Yeah, the counters cancel out. So it dies and it comes back as just a fresh 2/2 creature. It's like it doesn't die at all. It danger, they both activate at the same time, so it never gets a counter. That's fine. So basically it's like if with this plus a sack outlet, you have infinite, it's like a 2 mana infinite combo. It danger? You people think this card at danger? This is like 4 mana for crying out loud. But Kano says they don't really cancel because the object becomes different, but they alternate triggers. Oh, so basically nothing, there was nothing on it in the first place. But hold on, but how would that work? Kaiser's like, and just have everyone remember the rule book. It doesn't even fly. Yeah, I mean look, there was no space for flying. You choose which replacement. Oh, okay. So you choose which one happens first. So you can have a 3. Well, you're gonna choose like a 3/3 every time. If you choose the -1/-1, you're a fool. I mean, unless you need to get around like an ensnaring bridge or something. Becomes a 1/1. No, it becomes a 3/3 first. Becomes a 3/3 and then a 2/2. If it had no... Actually, how the hell's... Huh? Just trying to figure this out. This is... All of a sudden, this is a very confusing card. Then it cycles back and forth. How does it cycle back and forth? Okay, so, oh, I see. So it becomes a 3/3. Yeah, and then it does become a 1/1. And then when it dies, it comes back. It like loses the -1/-1 counter, but comes with a +1/+1 counter. I see. Yeah, you can only have a 3/3 or 1/1 at the same time. Fascinating card. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, Mercenary wants Plasma Blade. One of billions more cards, which we'll look at after we thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. Certainly a service that I love to sponsor because you get to play every single deck possible on Magic Online. If you want to play Modern, you get to play all 30 archetypes if you really need to. If you like to play Pauper, you can play all those decks as well. Rent cards with Mana Traders. Support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_BK3 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And oops, this is not the right one. There we go. Back to our custom card show featuring Plasma Blade. Plasma Blade is an equipment. Equipped creature gets +5/+0. Then when equipped creature deals damage to a creature, exile that creature. Simple enough. It also has stealth draw. Very stealthy. For 4 mana. During combat, if this is in your hand, you may put this onto the battlefield and attach this to target creature you control and equip for 4. Oh, I see. This card has no mana cost. I didn't even realize that. The whole point of this card is to basically play it at flash speed. So it has no casting cost, so you effectively... This is a very, very unfun type of card to play against. Yeah, it's basically ninjutsu equip, except there's no downside to actually doing this. There's like no good opportunity to interact with the creature, except that at least the creature doesn't get, like, their toughness doesn't get larger. So you can always kill the creature that gets equipped. I wouldn't say it can't be countered. You can stifle the ability. An ability is an ability is an ability. Stealth draw equals flash. Yeah, I know. It probably should be a flash card. Mercenary says the downside is that you have to do it during combat. Oh yeah, well tell that to what was that equipment called that gave double strike and trample? At the very least, this doesn't give trample. Equipped creature gets +5/+0. Yeah, it has to be during. No, you can't do end the turn. You can also end the turn. Yeah, I suppose so. Flash plus immediate attach. Basically, this is kind of a bonus in the game since ever. It's not worse than Invigorate. I think this is pretty cool. It's definitely not better than Invigorate because Invigorate is free. This is the same as Sword of Cauldron. Embercleave, yeah, there we go. Embercleave costs 2. Yeah, this one's pretty expensive. All right, so we have a chunkier Embercleave that doesn't give trample. All right, we'll say it's Zybers. Bingo for flash draw new keyword. Oh, the flash. No, what was it called? What was it called? Well, where is the keyword? New custom keyword. It's stealth draw. Stealth draw, people. Yeah, it doesn't give double strike or trample. It just gives a big boatload of damage. Okay, now we'll move on to the bigger super chats with Raktus. No specific theme today. That's okay. We don't have to need to theme every single day. Kurumi, Tokisaki, and Pikachu's Desperate Cry. You're gonna see a Pikachu card. Kurumi. And of course, some Donos for chat. Thank you so much, Raktus. Kurumi Tokisaki is a 3-mana 2/3 human wizard. Play with the bottom card of your library revealed. You may play the bottom card of your library. This this card seems pretty awful to play with in that, like, okay, you play a card from the bottom of your deck, then you gotta, like, reveal the card from the bottom of your deck. It's easier to do it on top because the top card can just sit on top. The bottom card, you're gonna have to make some space for it, like your commander. I mean... yeah, I mean, I guess you could let it, like, sort of be a little bit revealed from... You're constantly lifting the bottom of your deck. Anyway, that aside. For a red, tap, put the bottom card of your library on top of your library. Activate only as a sorcery. But why? Then you're just going to draw the damn thing, because we're still drawing off the top of our deck. Or maybe that's the point. Oh, you see a card on the bottom. But you can play the card on your bottom. Bottom of deck hurts fingers more, especially if you've double or triple sleeved your deck. Scry would I don't know, like, the problem with scrying, you're scrying garbage on the bottom of your deck. Just play River Song. Is there any upsides? Look, this is the type of card that gets better when they start printing more cards into the future. It's the type of card. Bingo, an anime card. All right. We have yet. This. Whoops, where am I? What am I doing here? This should be the free space, to be honest. The anime card part. We haven't had an actual It Danger card, to be honest. We just assume there's going to be one that shows up. But I can almost guarantee there's always an anime card every day. Wasn't Tribby's card already an anime card? Well, then we missed it. Hey, look, you guys are completely responsible for these anime cards. The bingo card is all the power's up to you guys. Grenzo likes to do this all the time, so I'd say it's on color pie. All right, Kurumi Tokisaki. Awesome card. And I love the clean templating. And I like how the abilities, like, they sort of synergize with each other. They work with each other. They're not all random. Okay, your second card was also Pikachu's Desperate Cry. Oh my god, it's so sad. Pikachu's Desperate Cry, 5-mana instant with Convoke. Return all creature cards that were put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn to the battlefield tapped. You gain 2 life for each creature returned this way. Was that in the movie? Was that in, like, Mewtwo Strikes Back? Did Pikachu cry and then all of a sudden everything was good again? I don't remember. Pikachu cried for sure. I can't remember if it brought people back to life, though. Oh god, it's the movie. It's the movie, that's right. I saw it in theaters. I was like a 13-year-old that was in line to see the movie with a bunch of like 6-year-olds, 6 and 5-year-olds and so on. Oh, it brought Ash back to life. Forgot that Ash was rendered unconscious. Well, Ash got a taste of his own medicine. I mean, the whole point of Pokemon is fighting Pokemon until the other one faints. So, I mean, it was just fair that Ash got a little bit of a taste of what he's doing to other Pokemon. Yeah, unconscious. Not necessarily dead. But maybe was dead. Pikachu also got slapped. Peak fiction. He got slapped by the anti-Pikachu. The Dark Pikachu. Does this even count as other TCG adaptation? Because this is explicitly the movie. Yeah, it does not count. This is a movie adaptation here. He was gonna faint forever. Yeah, that's what we gotta tell the kids. He's not dead, but he's just fainted for an eternity. The trainers should just start fighting each other. This is when Pokemon reaches what's it called? UFC levels. No, it's not. It's a movie adaptation. This was a movie adaptation card. Okay, next we need a freebie from chat. Freebie from chat. Okay, who's our next freebie from chat, if there are any? I could have swore I saw... I should probably do all the freebies from chat first. Less than, because going back and forth is awful. Holy Tree of Yajiji Drazil. Just gonna look up Holy Tree and hopefully that's good enough. We got it. Can I zoom in? Okay, we got the Holy Tree of Yajiji Drazil. It is a legendary creature land, Forest Plains of Spirit. You people are gaming the system on the bingo card. That's all I'm just gonna say. You're completely gaming the system. What is it? 5 card types. Yajiji Drazil isn't a creature unless it entered from the command zone. Yajiji Drazil can't attack or block unless it's doing so alone. Yajiji Drazil's power is equal to the number of other creatures you control, and its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. Isn't this broken? Okay, so someone correct me. Is this like isn't this just broken? Iggs Drizzle? Oh, is that how it's pronounced? What, everyone knows who this thing is? The tree of Yiggs Drizzle? It's pronounced well, you still didn't help me here. Yggdrasil? Yggdrasil? My ears! My ears! Yeah, it's a Landgoif. I think it's broken. I mean, you can search this out. You have to get rid of the forest plains. Oh, did you have a way of preventing this from being fetched out onto the battlefield? It isn't a creature unless it entered from the command zone. Just put in your deck. Yggdrasil can't attack or block unless it's doing so alone. No problem. Its power is equal to the number of other creatures you control, and its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. It's a famous tree. Well, yeah, so world famous. I've never heard of it. Yggdrasil. There we go. Why do people keep putting 2 double capital G's? Like that means something. Yggdrasil. It's the world tree. Everyone knows the world tree. Surefire Cells. Yeah, if it's not your commander, it just comes in as a land when you fetch it. Completely broken. That's all I can say. You have to... I don't know how you fix this. Oh, you know what? Okay, there is one thing that makes this a little bit fair. A little bit fair. Little bit. It doesn't tap for mana. So, I mean, you're wasting a fetch land on it. So you actually are not incentivized to get this thing early. You have to get it later. No, it's not quite Uncard-like. It's not super, super, super broken, but it's not quite Dryad Arbor in that you want to get it out early, and it's a creature plus it taps for mana. So this doesn't tap for mana. It taps for mana because it's... Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about that. It doesn't need to say here. Okay, too strong. Unfortunately. I'm not going to say it danger, but, like, design space-wise, way too broken. Why doesn't it tap? No, yeah, it taps. I keep forgetting that the fact that it says Forest Plains by default means it has to tap for mana. Okay, do we have... Let's try to get all the Donos. We have like 22 of them, and then we'll get to the paid ones. Your pronunciation is awful. Okay, Madra wants a free one. Olwyn... I'm already losing count. Olwyn Avalon. Olwyn Avalon with it for 5 mana is a Crocodile Cleric. Also a legendary Crocodile Cleric. 4/4, lifelink, trample, retaliate. Non-artifact spells you cast have Spell Song. Whenever an enchantment enters, if it was cast, exile target creature or enchantment with mana value X or less, where X is the enchantment's mana value. Then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So, enchantment enters, and of course, we're going to be playing fair around here. We're going to cast this card. We can blink something? We exile target creature or enchantment with mana value X, where X is the enchantment's mana value. Then, oh, it has to be equal. Then we bring it back. So play an enchantment, blink an enchantment. This card actually could be really, really rude. In that, like, a lot of enchantments have ETBs that get value. Now, the fortunate thing is that they can't chain into each other because, remember, only the card being cast actually blinks something. The rest of them don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what retaliate or spell song means. We might find out later, Firefox. This is like looking at a card in preview season, seeing a mechanic that we have no explanation for. Was there an explanation here? Spell song is convoke with enchantments. Ah, that is weird. We are tapping our enchantments. Non-artifact spells have spell song, so we can tap the enchantments in order to cast the cards. Can we get a bingo for a wordy card? Sure, why not? That would have probably applied to a million cards in the past. Man, we're gonna hit like 5 bingos here today. You guys have too much power. How do the freebies work? You throw me cards and I will look them up. You just super chat for... No, Bacon Catbug donoed 22 donos. Or sorry, was it 22? 23. 23 donos. 23. We're 5 down as far as I've counted. I've counted very poorly, in my opinion. Nova the Space Wolf with Passage Unearned. Also, I think this card is great, Majra. This card is great. I don't know what retaliate means though. Okay, Passage Unearned. should get a super chat sound effect. Why is everyone cards small? I have to zoom in on all of them. Passage Unearned is a 3-mana instant. Exile each creature that entered this turn if no mana was spent to cast it. Exile each creature. If no mana? If each creature... So basically, like, tokens? What does this kill? It's not going to kill commanders, that's for sure. And what's interesting, it's not going to exile creatures that were heavily discounted. So, I mean, if I paid 1 mana on my creature, oh man, that's going to suck if I have Passage Unearned in my hand. Well, it doesn't have to be a sideboard card. Well, yeah, I guess it does have to be a sideboard card. And, okay, so it's anti-ninjas. Ninjas don't cat. That's right. Okay, so anti-ninjas. Oh, you know what it does also? It hits all those creatures. There's so many cards out there that's like, reveal the number of cards from the top of your deck, put all those creatures into play, and you get to attack with them. Or, you know, reveal cards from the top of your opponent's deck, you get to play them. So it's like anti-villainous wealth, for example. Yeah, and anti-cheated creatures. You cheat creatures. Somehow I feel like this card should cost nothing. If you paid nothing for your creature, I should be allowed to pay nothing for my creature. Oh, Hogak. Hogak. Oh, it actually also hit Hogak too. That's true. Big and Catbuck says, friendly PSA. The best way to format your freebie request is no card yet. That's right. No card yet. Card name to be searched. For anyone that's new around here. Because I don't know who's gotten a card yet. Yeah, exactly. Itali Winota Tech. Anything that's anti-Winota is 100% good on my books. I like the Passage Unearned. That's you know, you're giving a little bit of a dig to the opponent too. You didn't even earn that right of passage. So you lose all your creatures. It's too bad. Okay, let's go Pyre Fox. We have Censor Mystic. Okay, Censor Mystic is an Elk Druid, a 3-mana 0/4. And for 1 mana, target land you control phases out. Activate only as a sorcery. Any player may activate this ability. Why? Hold on, whoa. When somebody else activates this card, can they phase out? They're just phasing out your lands, or do they have the ability to phase out their own lands? Creatures can't attack a player unless that player controls 1 or more lands. Oh, I see. So we are able to exile our own lands with this card. And Tan Yushing's asking the real questions here. Why? Why would we ever want to do this? Have we lost our damn minds? Have we lost our damn minds? Activate as a sorcery. Target land you control phases out. Creatures can't attack a player unless... So you basically have to do it on your turn. No, it was like, I see the vision. I see the idea. So end of turn, you like, I don't know, tap all your lands, phase all your lands out. You can't do anything with your lands. But at the same time, you can't be attacked either. No, I think it's... Yeah, it's anti-interaction, anti-attack. It's not necessarily anti-land destruction, because if you don't use the ability, I mean, I can Armageddon you right now. I mean, if you're going to phase out all your lands every single turn, then you're not playing anything. You're not doing anything. Yeah, you need to commit that on your turn every single time. It's an interesting card, actually. I think this is pretty cool. It's a fascinating way to play the game. And of course, it's just a 0/4 creature. If you have a big problem with this, just kill the damn thing. Someone would be like, I'm not playing this land phasing out crap. I want to see... This thing's got to die. It's got to go. Next up, we got Shinobi Lily with Adventurine card counter. Card counter. What does that mean? They're cheating? Oh, they are cheating. They're a card counter. They're playing blackjack. Okay, there's a 5 mana 3/3 human advisor. Whenever Adventurine enters or attacks, you may move any number of counters from target permanent you control onto Aventurine. For X and 2 mana, move up to X counters from target permanent onto another target permanent. And for 3 mana tap, return target permanent with mana value X or less onto the battlefield from your graveyard, where X is the number of different kinds of counters on Aventurine. It enters with a finality counter on it. So basically, with the more counters on this card, the more power we have. This card becomes a reanimation card. It's the hottie. Is everyone hot for Aventurine? The card counter? Bingo, too many X's. We have how many X's? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we hit 4. We hit the magical number. Got a lot of X. To be honest, I actually think this is an adequate amount of X. It was completely, how is this an uncard? Uncards are things like tear the card up and sprinkle it around and, you know, whatever, any card that is touched by those shards of cards gets +1/+1. Arethusa says he's about to get the summer variant. Madra says, if I had more money, I'd show you every cards from my Yeezus deck. But I will refrain from today and simply show you the OCs. That's no problem, Madra. You save your money. Rely on the Donos. For everyone else, for some people, they got a big wallet. And for everyone else, they can rely on Donos. His new skin is so effing hot, I melted. Is this guy super popular? Oh, sorry. This is okay. We'll get to you next, Brad. Okay, Kano says, but the card should have Y since X was already used in the second ability. Is that like a better templating? Because I understand what the X is per ability. You know, X here means X that, and then X here means X that. It was the first custom card you made? This card is very, I would say, as your first off, I love the templating. Everything is clear. We got a nice big card. The text fits perfectly despite a bunch of words. And also, I can understand all these abilities. Enters or attacks. You may move any number of counters from target permanent onto the Aventurine. And by the way, this all has flavor. So like more counters move to this card. You can move even more counters onto this card. You can manipulate the counters, but the more counters that are on the card counter allows you to reanimate cards. I like this card. And I don't think it's broken. All right, Brad. The origin of the slivers. We're gonna learn about the slivers today. The origin. No, I can't find it. Was it posted recently? Okay, Evie is showing me this card. Aventurine, the Wave Flare. Never heard of it. It's another Star Rail. Oh, Honkai Star Rail. What is that? Is that like a gaming company, or is it like just a game in itself? Where is... Remember, it needs to be posted in my Discord, or we're all screwed. Where's the origin of the slivers? It's a gacha game? It's a game. Hold on. Where is this card? Okay, hold on. It's called The Origin of the Slivers. I could swear I'm writing this properly, but I can't find it. I can't find your card! Is it even here? We got a lot of weird stuff here. I don't see it in recent history. Did you give it a post, Brad J? It's got to be in the Discord. Yeah, 404 card. Card not found. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna give. If you can fix the card. Oh, did I spot it? It's nowhere to be seen. You can't see it. The slivers have no origin. That is the twist. I don't think so. Okay, if this card can be found and reposted, we can take a look at it later. I'm gonna move on to Draconic. Draconic will get the super chat. Crawling Viper Worm. Crawling Worm. All cards must be posted in the Discord. We got Crawling Viper Worm. It is A2Os. Templating is awkward. Okay, you're gonna have to trust me on this one. Can I move this at all? I guess you guys can more or less see it. Okay, it's a 2-mana dragon, black, 3/2. It's got Fury. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature this turn dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When Crawling Viper Worm enters, choose one. Crawling Viper Worm deals damage equal to its power to target creature you control. Wow, it's like Enrage. It's an Enrage card. Or you lose 3 life. Blast our creature or not. Why is there such a big downside to this card? It's huge. It's a huge downside. I have no way of winning here. I'm spending 2 mana for a 3/2, which by most accounts is not... It's not a very powerful, not a powerful card, even with Fury. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature this turn dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Oh, the idea is we're going to kill our own creature to make a 4/3, and then it's going to, like, spiral out of control from there? Oh, is it a Runeterra card? Yeah, you gotta stop hitting yourself, people. This dragon is hitting itself. Well, I think the dragon just wants to get into a fight with people. The first effect gives a +1/+1 counter. Well, yeah, after killing your own creature, probably. No, actually, hold on. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature, yeah, it was whenever a creature is dealt damage by this creature, and you do have to kill it. You do have to hit something. We have to either lose 3 life when it enters the battlefield, and it's really hard to deal damage to something with a 3/2 without it dying itself. Like, this card, it doesn't have big toughness. Draconic knows all the Runeterra cards. Okay, so it's a Runeterra adaptation. Arethusa, I feel like translating cards from other TCGs 1-to-1 is not always doable. Oh, it's doable. It just, competitively, it's going to be awful. Okay, this is an other TCG adaptation, though, if it's from Runeterra. People didn't even catch that. Yeah, there we go. Steve Cooper caught it in the end. Oh, you all too slow on the draw. Look, I'm helping Chad here. I'm helping you all donate cards. Okay, this is very, very doable. It's doable in the sense, like, yeah, you can make this card. It would be like a bulk rare, though, unfortunately. Okay, we got Fan Factor. By the way, the NCY, for anyone that doesn't know, it means no card yet. Harsh Domestication. What the hell does that mean? That mean the card has, like, the creature got, like, a lot of discipline? You lack discipline! Harsh Domestication is a 3-mana enchantment. Enchant creature you control. As Harsh Domestication enters the battlefield, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to itself. Oh my god, it's like that last creature. And to target non-human, non-artifact creature an opponent controls. Gain control of that creature and it gains haste until Harsh Domestication leaves the battlefield. So it's literally Domestication, but with pain. Because there already is a card called Domestication for 4 mana, and it can take, like, small creatures. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fun to translate. No! In Magic, it barely translates at all. Toilet Duck says, I think Nikachu needs an air raid siren sound for when the card is at 2 danger. You know what? I looked up some air raid siren cards. Sorry, sound effects, but I couldn't find a good one. Nor aura subtype. Oh, wait, we could use an aura here. Enchantment, aura. It's not like a regular enchantment. This is very specifically an aura. And was this originally a BDSM themed card? Don't go there, Kano. Don't go there. It's a family-friendly show over here, Kano. It's a family-friendly. Yu-Gi-Oh cards to Magic, everything costs 0, and then everything is banned. Well, you can add some mana costs to the creatures, you know. Make sure all the effects are the same as Yu-Gi-Oh. This is the best creature removal in the game. What, Harsh Domestication? But you have to put on a creature you control. ETB, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to itself and to target non-human, non-artifact creature an opponent controls. Gain control of that creature. Oh, yeah, I know. You know what, actually? Like, if the creature dies, it dies, right? Like, it doesn't matter. We still, like, steal that other creature, right? So we basically, we're throwing away a creature to gain control of another creature. But it's gotta be bad. This card has to be bad. In comparison, because we have mind control is 4 mana. This is 3 mana, and it sounds like we're literally going to shoot and kill the creature that we were originally targeting. Yeah, no, because it dies. Oh, it dies, so the aura dies. So they get it back. Oh, for as long. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. What a weird card. This is like a really complicated mind control. Very doable. Yeah, it's not gain control of creature dealt damage this turn. Yeah, okay. You can put this on a giant wall, like the Wall of Ba Sing Se, and you still get the mind control. The Wall of Ba Sing Se. Okay, let's take a look at another card, another freebie. Who else wants free? You all want freebies out there. Surefire Selves with Morticia Lost Fluidist. Is it flutist? Oh, sorry. Flutist, not fluitist. Flutist. How many flutists are out there? We have our... How many magicians... No, how many musicians are in the game of Magic the Gathering? I don't even know if there's music. Yeah, flute. You gotta play... Look, if you have the right flute, you can skip worlds in Mario 3. Just like this person did. Hell, you might even skip games. This person looks like they're from Mario 2. 5 mana for a 5/4 Spirit Shaman. This is Morticia. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control fewer lands than the player who controls the most lands, create a number of colorless land tokens named everywhere that are every basic land type equal to the difference. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. It just... Okay, the wording is a little bit weird. I'll tell you why. If you control the fewest lands, then the player who controls the most lands... Oh, I see. You have to be the person who has the least lands. At first, I'm like, can't you just have lands less than the person who controls the most? So you have to be the person who has the least lands at the table compared to the person who has the most. And then you get a bunch of tokens equal to the difference. But you don't get them for forever, though. Oh, the Rat Piper. That's right. There's 63 creatures with Bard type. I forgot about the Bards. Yeah, they have their like ukuleles in the art. Bingo, misinterpreted card. I fixed it. You know what? I fixed myself before you guys did. Or is there something else that I missed? You control fewer lands than the player who controls the most lands. No, I fixed it. Lancer says, why are there so many Honkai Star Rail submissions? Because they love it. This is like a big weeb community. Where are me fellow Arc Knight players at? Well, you gotta represent them. There's no other way to do it. Sacrifice your land so you can get landfall triggers. Magic needs more music-themed cards. Yeah, we need more bards. We need to bring the band back together again. That's a lot of mana for a pretty weak mana ramp. Look. This is not mana ramp, this is a landfall card, because you still get the lands. You get a number of colorless land tokens, which are going to equal landfall. That is going to trigger all your landfall abilities. So it's a 5 mana landfall enabler. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Rin, the Cyclonic Prowess. Okay, Cyclonic Prowess is... Again, like, how is everyone... Half of you guys make these perfectly templated resolution cards, and then half of you, it looks like this. I have to zoom in like this. I mean, it works. It still works. You can still submit them like this, but it's like half the community has the secret sauce, and the other half doesn't. Okay, Cyclonic Prowess is a 3-mana sorcery. Cyclonic Prowess deals X damage to any target. Where'd the X come from? You draw X cards and you gain X life, where X is the number of charge counters on Cyclonic Prowess +1. How do we get the charge counters, you might ask? As long as Cyclonic Prowess is on the stack, opponents can't cast spells or activated abilities, and you can't draw cards except by the effect of Cyclonic Prowess. Whenever you cast a spell, add 1 mana of any color. Then put 1 charge counter on your Cyclonic Prowess. This ability only triggers while Cyclonic Prowess is on the stack. So effectively, I have to play the sorcery, hold priority, and start playing spells. This is basically Storm, but it's like you have to play the Storm card in advance. And also, only instants are going to be able to qualify for Storm. Bacon Catbug says you need to export at 200% size and MSE for correctly sized cards. That's so weird that it has to be 200% to make it work. Yeah, reverse Storm. Sorcery can't have charge counters. Oh, you've never heard of Lightning Storm, I see, Frosty. You've never heard of Lightning Storm. Well, you will today. Lightning Storm, a 3-mana instant. This is an instant speed card. Lightning Storm deals X damage to target creature or player, where X is 3 plus the number of charge counters on Lightning Storm. You may choose a new target for it. Discard a land card. Put 2 charge counters on Lightning Storm. You may choose a new target for it, and any player may play this ability, but only if Lightning Storm is on the stack. Yeah, it's the only card that I know of legally that puts counters on basically a card that's already on the stack. As weird as that sounds. So if there's some weird card designs that you don't think are actually possible, it's possible, all right? I mean, Lightning Storm might as well be an uncard, to be honest. Bingo alert, card mentions the stack. Is that even on the bingo? Do we have something like that? What the hell? Discussing the rules? Oh, you mean, is that you're saying that this is a discussing the rules type of card? Okay, it is legal. Time Spiral and Cold Snap were the apex in card design. Always check Scryfall for precedence. Yeah. Okay, so it's possible. So we got a little bit of Lightning Storm. We have a little bit of Grape Shot in this card. Interesting card design. That must be on the AI bingo. Yeah, maybe it's on the AI bingo. No, I don't think we talk about the stack at all. Yeah, you already had a card yet. I can't put no NC1 on my request since you got a card. You can always have a second one later. Okay, who else didn't get a card yet? I'm looking for you all. I'm digging into the past. Should I dig into the present? Where are you no card yet, people? There's tons of you who don't have a card yet. Millions of you. I'm trying to find everyone's first card. Maybe everyone got a card already, for all I know. But there's 62 people here. Oh, here we go. Rin, I found you. I found somebody. Zexus. Zexex. Coiled Apocalypse. Oh, which one? You have a few of them. They look the same. I'm going to take the one that I guess is the newer, fresher one. All right, Zexex. Triple X mana. This is a family-friendly show here. Family-friendly. Zexex gets +1/+1 for each counter on it. Okay, this is a mathy card already. I could tell immediately. Zexex enters with X counters of the combination of your choice between flying counters, double strike counters, and or shield counters on it. And then if X is 3 or more, Zexex gains Annihilator X. Oh my god! Doran, I'm going to get to all your actual super chats. I see we have a big, long list of super chats. I promise we'll get to all of you. Trying to get to your freebies. Oh my god, so many people are super chatting. You might get your freebies before you actually get your paid super chats. Have we already hit too much X on the bingo? We have, actually. Too much X. You people are gaming the bingo card. Just a reminder, it's never happened, but there's going to be a max of 5 bingos per bingo card. Just because I don't want to do 12 cards from a bingo card. Would that Undying Persist Phoenix from earlier count for bingo? Can't get rid of this card. Oh, yeah! That absolutely counts. The Phoenix card. Can't get rid of this. And that actually makes another bingo. You all better have like 1,000,000 cards for Donos. Oops. I've screwed up the color to this thing. Okay, I want this. Now this. Okay, we have our first bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo. How does this card even work? Okay, so you're going to pay 3 mana to get 1 counter. It gets +1/+1 for each counter on it, but I get to choose the counters. So it could be a flying counter. If I put 1 flying counter on it, it's a 1/1. If I put 1 double strike counter on it, it's basically like a 2/2. If I put a shield counter on it, a shield counter is interesting because you can lose the shield counter and this thing can shrink. And then if there are 3 or more shield counters on it, it gets Annihilator. This is an Eldrazi Hydra. All right. The price, what can I say? The price is right. If you put +1/+1 counters on it, it grows faster. Yeah, it would actually. It would be easier just pay 3 mana to get this thing in play and then shift counters onto this card if necessary. Need to suggest on freebie than Dono. It need to do. We did this already? Maybe. Okay, we got Frosty. But I don't have. Is this literally you don't have a card? Or is that the name of the card? But I don't have a card. No, you don't. Well, then it doesn't count. Frosty, you got nothing. Okay, then maybe... Okay, hold on. Okay, Steve Cooper wants some freebies. Even though I think Steve Cooper's actually donating. First 2, grab bag of card 6. You only get 1. What are you doing? What do you mean 2? You first 2? No, you get that. You're gonna get 1. This is a freebie thing here. Okay, Team Swap for 2 mana. It's an enchantment. When Team Swap enters, exchange control of target you control and target creature you don't control. Then either of those creatures and or Team Swap leaves the battlefield. Return those creatures under their owner's control. What? Okay, so what? If they die, they just go back to where they were supposed to be? So we're swapping teams. If any of those creatures and or Team Swap leaves the battlefield. Interesting. So you just kill the creature that someone stole from you and you get it back. This is a team. What is this? Team Fight 2? Is it? What does TF2 mean? Reference red and blue. Team Swap is a role reversal, but with condition. How would they return if they die? I guess, no, I think it says when either of those creatures leaves the battlefield. I guess if they would leave the battlefield, they just get returned instead. That's how I'm interpreting this card. So if the target leaves and returns, Team Swap just stays on the battlefield doing nothing. Oh, that's a good point. I guess so. Well, there is one advantage to it still being on the battlefield, right? You could blink it, and then you get the ability again. Because it's whenever enters. Respawn in first-person shooter. Ah! That is really flavorful. That's right. In like a first-person shooter, when you die, you get to respawn. I'm trying to think, like... how would respawn work in Magic the Gathering? Like, there would have to be, like, zones for your creatures. There's, like, a respawn zone. Almost. I mean, you know what? In some sense, Summoning Sickness is, like, the respawn zone. So you could have, like, creatures in the respawn zone, and then they have to move to the attack zone. That's just basically how Magic works. The respawn was unintentional design, but it's a feature now. Sweet! Okay, any more freebies? We're at 14 by my count. And I hope that's right. I don't want to screw Bacon Cat. Okay, Bacon Catbug's gonna get a freebie from his own freebies. It was me, Barry. It was me. Let's take a look at It Was Me Berry, a 3-mana sorcery. You may cast this spell as though it had flash if you control a villain. Choose one. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact card and a creature card from it. That player discards those cards. So, oh, that was a grammatical mistake here, but it's what we already did. The grammatical mistake bingo slot. Destroy target creature. If that creature had haste, its controller loses 2 life. Destroy target creature. If that creature had haste, that is bizarre. Okay, so I mean, I guess I just don't know the flavor of this thing. What is this from the? Is this the Flash? RIP typo. Oh yeah, it's a typo, huh? You old people claim typos when you're all trying to intentionally put those grammatical errors in your cards. As though it had Flash. I see what you did there. Does this guy kill the Flash? It's the reverse Flash. Well, wouldn't the reverse Flash be like extra slow? Reverse Flash, his nemesis. It's a meme. You may cast this spell as though it had Flash if you control a villain. So we have a villain in play. I mean, the card is like just doable, right? There's nothing wrong with this particular card. This is essentially Reverse Flash. Why? Oh, you mean Reverse Flash the card? Look up It Was Me Berry meme. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to do it later. Flash's petty nemesis. This is from a scene where, no joke, dude says he jerked the Flash off so his girlfriend would think he's a quick shot. Oh, so like sort of warmed him up. Is this a real character? Or is this like a made up character? Reverse Flash, he ruined the Flash's life. So if your creature has haste, that's the Flash. Okay. It's the meme anyhow. Doable card. Okay, let's go. You know what? Okay, we're going to take a break from Donos until I see some no card yet people. And then we're going to move on to people who have donated. Let's get... Who has the bigger donations right now? Majra has some. Today, I will show you the OCs of a story I am writing / drawing at the moment. Wise and Colwich. Very hard to pronounce this. Colwich. Damn it. Oh, why? Okay, I'm gonna look up Wise. Wise and Colwich. There we go. Sweet. You got your own. Oh, you did your own drawing. I'm writing / drawing at the moment. I can see. Okay, we got for 4 mana. We have a legendary crocodile warlock. We have more of these crocodile cards that are also seems to be dual furries. We got furry crocodiles. Wither and Haunt. You're bringing Haunt back? Yeah, I know. I got the same immediate reaction. Tan Yushing is like, oh no, Haunt. Haunt is this really convoluted mechanic where if the creature dies, you then like enchant other creatures with the Haunt mechanic. You haunt them, and then they get like a bonus. Why did they even make it? Okay, when Wise or the creature he haunts dies, you may reanimate Wise or the creature he haunts with a finality counter and create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary, and enters with a lunacy counter. For Demir, put Wise into your command zone from exile. Activate only if he doesn't have, only if he doesn't haunt a creature. I don't know what a lunacy counter is. Haunt is a clunky memory issue. Not really. I mean, you can you physically put the card on like another card, don't you? I can't remember. Because the Orzhov needed a set mechanic, and I guess that was that. Okay, so what's the next card? Do we know what lunacy counters are yet? Colwich Avalon. This is a 3-mana legendary crocodile cleric with lifelink. Sacrifice an artifact, scry 1. Also tap, target creature gains when this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability. Sacrifice it until end of turn. Huh? Why until end of turn? Tap target creature gains. When this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. Oh, it has that ability until end of turn. Got it. Activate only if an artifact died this turn. You have to think. I had to think about that one a little bit. Like, if I've sacked the creature, like it's dead already. Free sack outlet for artifacts. Maja says, Lunacy, this creature deals damage to players in the form of milling. Oh, that is massively different. That wildly changes how this card works. I did not misinterpret the card. It wasn't clicking for me yet. I just didn't know why it would be worded like that. Kaiser, would you rather them bring back Haunt or the Ring Tempts You? Oh, Ring Tempts You. The Ring Tempts You wasn't really... the Ring Tempts You made a lot of sense, and honestly, I think it was like somewhat difficult to pull off, at least in competitive play. Anyway, I'm not even going to say the Ring Tempts You is like a little convoluted, but I don't think it's nearly as clunky as Haunt. That was just miserable. Okay, hold on. Now let's go back to this card. I'm going to go back to the first card, given that I know that this thing's going to deal damage in milling. I guess it doesn't change anything. So it deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters, and also it mills your opponents. It's totally fine. I don't see any like synergy, however, with any of these abilities, except for maybe the Haunt thing. Haunting might be useful on the right creature. Yeah, there we go. It's not broken. It is a bunch of incredibly fair mechanics, all nestled into one card at the same time. Very doable. Next up, we got 4 Paths of Life with Ionic Field Siphon and the Devouring Terrain. Starting with the Ionic Field Siphon, we have an enchantment land. Are there any enchantment lands in this game outside of Urza Saga? Urza Saga is the only enchantment land that I can think of. And it's mostly an enchantment land because it's a saga. Not that it's actually an enchantment. Valgavoth's Lair, is that also an enchantment land? Okay, when Ionic Field Siphon enters, choose a basic land type. Ionic Field Siphon enters tapped. Whenever you tap a land with the chosen type for mana, you get an energy. Oh my god, it's an energy producer. So if I tap other cards, oh my god, this could be so outrageous. Tap to add a colorless and get an energy. So basically, this is a means of building up a bunch of energy. Did we really need to help energy? I mean, maybe. Energy sort of sucks, except for when it's good. Would this break cards like, what's it called? Rat the Skies? But it comes into play tapped. I don't think a single competitive deck wants to play this card. Yeah, I know, Surefire Cells, it feels inherently broken somehow. I'll tell you what it is. If there's a world where Wizards brings back energy in a big way, and there are really powerful cards requiring a lot of energy, this is the card that probably breaks it. This is like Eldrazi Temple before they printed the cheap Eldrazi's that let you really break Eldrazi Temple and the other like Eldrazi Soul lands. Yeah, exactly. The mechanic sucks until it's good. And right now, I think energy sucks enough that this card is fair. But when it comes the day that energy, like there's like this giant energy payoff that requires you to have a lot of energy, this card probably is the enabler to like break that card. Technically already did in Modern Horizons 3. I don't know if there's anything super broken. Like let's say it ramps up Rat the Skies, big deal. Galvanic Discharge, big deal. Those are just removal spells. But let's say this was the payoff to a big creature that you could pay for 2 mana. Maybe that would, in theory, be a problem, or for a combo deck. Welcome over there. Is your avatar that alien? Like the fake aliens from Mexico? Did Boros Energy fall off? Oh, no. It's miserably still around. I think one of them got banned. No, one of 3 cards got banned. It was that cheap one, though. It was the Amp Raptor. Amp Raptor got banned. Okay, second card. Devouring Terrain. We've got a legendary land. As Devouring Terrain enters, sacrifice X other lands you control with different names. Devouring Terrain enters tapped. Tap, add X mana of any combination of colors. This ability adds 1 mana less for each age counter on Devouring Terrain. During your draw step, you may sacrifice any number of non-land permanents you control. Remove up to that many age counters from Devouring Terrain. Cumulative upkeep of 0. What a weird card. Wait, you trying to make cumulative upkeep like balanced or something? Z-Man Vader's like, oh, I need to see the bingo card. There's our bingo card. What are you trying to do, Z-Man Vader? What are you trying to do? You're trying to design a card that qualifies for something here? Is that what you're trying to do there, Z-Man Vader? As if we don't have enough free donos as it is. We're like this whole show is leaking and oozing donos at the moment. What's X? Sacrifice X other lands you control with different names. That's what X is. And then this thing enters tapped. So we tap, add X mana of any combination of colors, which I guess is equal to the number of lands we sacrifice. This ability adds 1 less for each age counter. So the idea is, let's say you have 9 lands in play. You play this, you sack all 9 lands. Now this 1 land can add 9 mana, but it's going to add 1 mana less for each age counter, which takes every other turn. Which, I mean, it's a this card just is so, will backfire on you so bad. You have to sack all your other damn lands. Huh? Why would remove the age counter with cumulative upkeep of 0? Oh, yeah. How would you get any age counters anyway? During your draw step, you may sacrifice any number of non-land perms you control to remove up to that many age counters. Like, it just never goes. Yeah, Strip Mine, like, this card is easy to answer. Strip Mine, Wasteland, Ghost Quarter, Field of Ruin, Field of Devastation. It's not Field of Devastation. Field of Ruin, Devastation Field. What else? Spreading Seas, Seas Claim, Blood Moon, Harbinger of the Seas. There's a lot of ways of beating this card. So for that, I actually have to say that this is super high risk. I don't even know if there's any reward to this. It comes into play tap. I mean, maybe would Amulet play this? Like Amulet Titan? Maybe. Probably not. Cumulative upkeep of 0 means after adding the age counter, pay 0 for each age counter. I see. So you're actually not paying any mana for this card. Thanks for letting us know that interaction. I would have never. It's not intuitive, right? Because we just assume the age counters, they force you to pay. Not in this case. Scapeshift deck will play this. I guess so. You can still get this thing blown up. That's a good question. That's a really good point, though. Yeah, land tutors. Well, I don't know. Okay, let's say you play Scapeshift. You sacked all your lands in play. You search your library for a bunch of lands. Then you sack those 2 for your Devouring Terrain. Play this with the adventure card. Move the counters off it at will. Well, no, you can leave them on. It like doesn't really matter. It just kind of ages. Yeah, and gets weaker and weaker as time goes on. Okay, a very interesting card. Very, very interesting. I want to say it's Zybers, but I honestly think this card would get smoked in competitive play. Just absolutely smoked. Abe, thanks so much for your super chat, Abe. Only 1 card today, but it's a good one. Among Us. I can't remember. Is there a card called Among Us? Oh no, it's something like there's like 1 card that's like is it a villain Among Us, a traitor Among Us, or something? I can't remember. Wizards made an Among Us card. They like doing that. They love those cultural references. They come like 3 years too late, but they still come eventually anyway. Thanks for the $10 super chat. That part of that will definitely get Dono to chat. As if chat doesn't have enough donos. Killer Among Us. That's what they called it. Yeah, a Killer Among Us. I have to say, this is like one of my favorite games of all time when you could play it on Discord. And unfortunately, like, no one plays this game anymore. It's too bad. I just have to, like, just watch it on YouTube. Among Us. This is a 5-mana legendary enchantment. When Among Us enters, each player manifests the top 3 cards of their library. Whenever a face-down creature dies, if it was a non-creature card, put an imposter counter on Among Us. If at the beginning of each end step, if Among Us has 3 or more imposter counters, and there is at least one face down creature on the battlefield, you win the game. Oh, no, it was vote out in Edge of Eternities. Yeah, not a voting card. Flavor fail. How do we make an Among Us card with no voting? But like, you know, it's hard. If you made a voting card, like, what would it do? Like, you're probably the what's it called? You're almost certainly the killer. You're the traitor among us. So each player manifests the top 3 cards of their top 3 cards. So we have a bunch of stuff face down. Whenever a face down creature dies, if it was a non-creature card, put an imposter counter on Among Us. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, player loses the game. Oh, imposter win if you still have a face down creature. Yeah, I guess the idea. Oh, I guess that's the theme, because if the game goes on too long and there's too few creatures, eventually your imposters. It should be like if you have more face down creatures than everyone else, you win the game. Something to that effect. If it had a voting ability, it'd probably be like each player votes for a permanent to be etc., or something like that. Maybe. Z-Man Fair is like, I like this. Pretty cool. Doesn't scale with multiplayer though. Doesn't it? Yeah, each player manifests with the top 3 cards of our library. If anything, this should be played with multiplayer. It's much more fun that way. Cool card. Next we got Kano, Gaston, allegedly people, not actually, and main character energy. Allegedly. Okay, Gaston allegedly is a 6-mana 5/5 human avatar. First strike, haste, indestructible, death touch, and menace. Whenever Gaston deals combat damage to a player, create that many food tokens. Patui! For a red, an X, sacrifice X food tokens. Gaston deals X damage to any target. Activate only if this creature attacked this turn and only once each turn. Did this guy like spit a bunch of food out? Is that the idea? He's the size of a barge. What the F are those girls doing? They are sitting on a bench, if I can see clearly, and this guy is just lifting them all up. So I get the idea. This guy is chewing some food, spits it out, and his spit is so powerful it blasts people. What is going on with this card? It has haste, indestructible, death touch, and menace. It like literally has every keyword possible. Whenever Gaston deals combat damage to a player, create that many food tokens. Is this thing, I can't tell. Is this like just an absurd broken card? Should have made power 6 instead of 5. And then he eats 5 dozen eggs. Yeah, why indestructible? Like, what was the point of that? Black Rabbit says, kill the beast. I mean, 3 players is fine, but 5 players would make this thing have 3 counters easily. Oh, I see what you mean, Z-Man Vader. Fun you say that. I played a 6-player game of Commander last weekend. The keyword soup is based on his song. Oh, so you're saying this is a flavor win. It's a big flavor win. Didn't miss my card, did I? Nope, not yet, actually. Where are you in queue? No, you're over there. You're a few cards off. Yeah, he dies to Tragic Slip. Yeah, not completely indestructible, but like, I mean, pretty indestructible. Oh, Flavor Fail should have Riot. What else? What else? Well, I mean, I think this is miserable that this card is so strong. We have, what, First Strike, Haste, Indestructible, Death Touch, and... We got it all over here. It does everything. At 6 mana. Whatever. I hope this is I hope this card is, like, not an obnoxious card to face off. Super chat, but Nikachu answered. Thanks. Oh, yeah. No problem. Okay, next you've got main character energy. I like that. We need main character energy around here. Red, an aura, enchant creature. Enchant creature must attack each combat if able and is a legendary hero in addition to its other types. While a player is choosing one or more targets, that player must choose enchanted creature as one of its targets. This is like a removal spell. This is actually really cool. This is actually a pretty cool card. You basically put on this card, you put this card on a creature you want to like disappear, and then everyone has to use removal spells on it. But you know what? Like, if you put it on this thing's indestructible. It's not gonna die. Well, I mean, there's some things that will kill it, but not everything. Sire of Seven Sins. The only deck that would play Gaston is the one that exiles cards in your graveyard to gain its abilities. Is this a good guy or a bad guy? I don't know what movie this thing's from. I've never seen it. But I don't know the lore to Disney very well. Firefox, it's not a coincidence that Gaston is in both cards if you think about it. Putting it on a dinky token 1/1 and it's 0 to hero story. Z-Man Vader, I like this enchantment a lot, but the target on an indestructible creature. Well, the indestructible creature can still die. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. The bad guy from Beauty and the Beast. Gaston is the villain. Beauty and the Beast Disney. All right. To be honest, I think I slept through Beauty and the Beast. The only Disney movies I've actually watched when I was a kid was like Lion King, Aladdin, Return of Jafar. Like I've loosely have seen, like I've seen half of The Little Mermaid. I've seen half of Beauty and the Beast. I'm sure like I was so young, I was falling asleep during the movie. The thing is, I didn't own this movie. I owned Lion King, so I was able to watch it 100 billion times. He's also French. Je n'ai pas suis le fromage noir. He's the beloved muscle guy in the backwards Dark Ages village that wants to burn everything they don't understand, including the beast and the local scientist. Ah, anti-science are we? Main character energy. Well, anyway, this card is actually really cool. Very, very, very cool. Okay, we have one more $10 super chat I see here from Majra milking these things. I think Madra's actually breaking the rules. It's normally just... Oh, did I not have the thing here? Wow, you people are taking advantage of the fact that I didn't have the limit on today. Here. There is still technically a limit. I'll live with it, though. Okay, what was your card? Gregory and Taro. Gregory and Tiro. Or Teru. Majra sneaking in 4 cards here, I see. Sneaksies. I brought it up earlier, but I missed. Okay, no problem. The limit is Nikachu's patience. I start running out of patience. Why am I going through so many cards today? Oh, wait a minute. I don't have this damn limit thing up. Problem is I used this scene on OBS for another show, so I removed this thing. It's for the custom card show. Sorry, the bad combo show. Okay, we got Gregory Harrows, the 4-mana human wizard artificer. Equip cost targeting Gregory costs 0 to activate. Very cool. Whenever a source removes the last counter from a battle you control. Battle synergy. The controller of that source may cast a card from their hand without paying its mana cost. If it's a spell with mana value equal or less than the number of artifacts they control. Whenever an opponent casts a spell without spending mana, draw 3 cards. This is honestly a little convoluted. I don't even know under what circumstance this is actually going to get pulled off. This is like such a narrow card. It's like you need... If you don't have a battle on the battlefield, all this stuff is basically nothing. Whenever an opponent casts a spell without spending... Okay, actually, sorry. The last one is actually super relevant. The last one is insane. Okay, that is an insane ability. To be honest, I think this card would function pretty well if you just got rid of like the middle ability. Just get rid of the middle ability and just have these two. Equip costs 0, but whenever an opponent casts a spell without spending mana, draw 3 cards. This middle ability, like it's a bit weird. Not good. I like it's fine because it's almost never going to happen, but it's a little bit weird. A little strange. It's not unfair. If they're cheating, you get to cheat more. Z-Man says, so this gives you free card draw. Gives free cards to the opponent, but you get free card draw. What's a card out there that lets you play cards for, like, lets everyone play cards for free? I want to say there's a card out there that can be sent for free. He sent you a card on Discord, but it's in German. Well, give it an English name. That's all. Cascade. Oh, okay. Counters Cascade. No, Show and Tell doesn't cast, unfortunately. Show and Tell just puts it directly into play. Oh, Allurin. Yeah, there we go. That's a fantastic point. Yeah, Allurin. That works very well. Doesn't this go infinite with a ham sandwich or something? Well, you have to get your opponent, you have to force your opponent to play something for free, for nothing. So that's the caveat. But it'll keep a lot of decks in check. Great. What's the mana cost of this thing? 4 mana? It's pretty doable. Okay, I like this card. That ability is gas. Super gas. Force of Will and Friends. There's so many free cards. I mean, don't play stuff for free. That's all you have to do. Then this card does nothing. Absolutely nothing. What was there was a second card, though. Second card is Teru, Voice of the Sun. A 5-mana bear wizard. Lifelink Trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, create a colorless XX star creature token with Wither, where X is its mana value. Whenever a star enters under your control, it may fight target creature you don't control. So we have a typical 5-mana 5/5 with lifelink and trample. And as we are playing our spells, instants and sorcery specifically, we get star creatures. What does this remind me of? There's a card that's like exactly like this, to be honest. Whoops, I accidentally donated another way. No! Did you do that? I don't see it. That'd be pretty wild. Honestly, I'd just be like, okay, we're just gonna do another show sponsored by you. Shark Typhoon. Yeah. So okay. So we have now a green Shark Typhoon. By the way, Shark Typhoon, how much mana was that? I think 6? And the card doesn't even do anything. So this is already strictly better Shark Typhoon. Whenever a star enters under your control, it may fight target creature you don't control. This has got to be busted. This has to be. But this by itself is obscene. Like you get a card no matter what out of it when you cast an instant to sorcery, but you can't. But you have to be playing chunky creatures otherwise. How do I recommend a card? You go no card yet, and then suggest a card in chat. I'm trying to get through all. But just a heads up, I'm trying to get through all the like paid donos, and then we'll go to the freebies. But if you want to post a card, and if there are no other cards, I'm just gonna go through Discord, and we'll slowly go through cards we haven't seen on the show yet. Imagine having a sorcery with X mana value. Yeah. Oh yeah. Then you just have a gigantic creature. You have to, yeah, you do have to play a chunky spell, so you don't get the 5/5 and instant. You know, can we like get rid of this fight target creature thing? This looks evil. Surefire Cells goes absolutely crazy with the new Lorehold Dragon, allowing you to miracle a huge sorcery for 2 and then get a big fat body out of it, and then kill something. I hope 5 mana is enough. I feel like this card is a bit pushed, but I can't prove that it's broken. This is like fire design broken. Where like this card, it does a lot. You don't do anything about this card, well, it's gonna smoke you. Delve for a lot. It's also just a bunch of, it's a huge value card. Really good with the traps. Okay, next. Who do we got? We got, let's get Wari Yoru wants to get in on this action. And why not? Michaela Reed, sci-fi storyteller. What? Oh, it's you, Kalia. I thought you had a different username. I guess you just changed your username on YouTube. No problem. I got confused for a little second. Okay, Michaelia Reed, sci-fi storyteller, is a 4-mana. We have a planeswalker. You know what? You know what's weird? Not many people make planeswalkers. It's actually sort of rare. +2 clairvoyance until end of turn. Whenever you destroy an artifact or whenever an artifact you control gains an ability. Why? Search your library for any number of artifact cards and place them on top of your library in any order. Then each opponent reveals all artifact cards in their hand. Why does it have to gain an ability? It better be a flavor win. For 0 mana, Boon, Circle of Healing. Target non-creature artifact you control gains. Non-artifact creatures you control have regenerate 1. And then -4. Also Boon, Shadow Step. Target non-creature artifact you control gains. Creatures you control have hexproof. So this is like some sort of weird artifact buffing card, and I don't even think it's that strong, because I think it has no means of protecting itself. So the +2 can't protect itself. I mean, you're basically stacking your deck with a bunch of artifacts. And by the way, your opponent can manipulate your deck with like Field of Ruin. Oh, the Circle of Healing. Yeah, that's DBD, D&D or DBD? Oh, Dead by Daylight. It's a Dead by Daylight character. Holy text box, Batman. It is a big text box. Firefox is like, so if you have an equipment with low equip cost that gives artifact creatures a new ability and you keep shifting it around, boom. I suppose, no, I guess it's until end. Yeah, it's until end of turn. I don't know why you'd want to use the ability more than once. When you destroy an artifact or whenever an artifact you control gains an ability. Oh, is that right? Like if we equip, or sorry, if we what is it? Like if we, I don't think that would work with vehicles, right? I'm just trying to understand the whenever an artifact you control gains an ability. Like what? Oh, the other abilities here. Target non-creature artifact you control gains non-artifact. You only get one activation per turn. How do you get the second one? I'm confoozled about. I'm trying to break this card, but I just don't see it. Farfox says you don't need to use the gained ability, just need the creature to gain it. So if an equipment gives an ability, you can make this infinite. I feel like there's a bingo somewhere here. Find another way to make that thing gain an ability. And we search our library for any number of artifact cards and place them on top. What a weird card. All right, I'm gonna just say it's doable. It's doable until I see it in practice, and then find out that it might be broken. Agatha's Soul Cauldron would give artifact creatures another ability. Okay. Gotta be artifact creatures. Next up. Okay, let's get one from chat. Okay, we have new fresh blood in chat, apparently. Rose Kitty Uwu. Thank you so much for your super chat. Corvus. Just let everyone know there is how many left? We've gone through 16 donations from Bacon Catbug. 16, which means there are 7 more to go. 7 freebies. Corvus Phyrexian Plague, a 0-mana 1/1 Phyrexian Germ. Other germs have base power and toughness 1/1. It's great. This one's a 1/1 too. Whenever an equipment creates a creature token and attaches itself to it, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. What is this for all the what's that Batter Skull ability? No card uwu. Living Weapon, that's right. All the Living Weapon cards. We have like Cauldra Complete. You have Batter Skull. Ugh, I don't know that many. Yeah, this is a Germ Lord. Oh my, we have a Lord. Where's our Lord here? Do we have Lord on here? New creature subtype. Creature. We do have creature Lord. Oh, we do have creature lord. So weird lord turns 0/0 germs into 1/1s, and can make them even stronger. Yeah, by technicality. Bingo for the last card. New non-creature subtype, the Michaela. New non-creature subtype. Oh, I see. Yeah. It was a planeswalker. Okay. Corbinek Nettlecyst is the... Oh, yeah, Nettlecyst. That's right. There's Nettlecyst. So Nettlecyst, Cauldron Complete, Batterskull. There's Mortipod, I think. Something called Mortipod. Oh, look at this. It nerfs changelings. Look at that. Because it's not the ones... It's not other germs have base power and toughness. It's... Sorry, it's not the germs you control. It's all germs. Everybody's germs out there. Okay, so Corvus, Phyrexian play. Okay, we didn't even get to the last ability. Okay, 8 mana and tap. Search your library for an equipment card. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Actually, a beautifully designed card. Very beautiful. I don't know how many... You're going to make this your commander? How many cards are there that are germs that have living weapon? Not many. But you know what? I guess there's now a card exactly for that. Surefire says, besides germs, the second ability works with the 4 Mirrodin job select abilities, as well as just the cards that say they make creature tokens on enter without keywords. Good idea. Very, very good idea. Okay, is there anyone else who want more freebies? Who has not got a card yet and wants a freebie? Corbinek, the Fathomless One. This is a 4 mana star void elemental with the void protection from colorless. Wow, protection from its own colorless. This creature's power is equal to the amount of cards its controller has in exile. So you cannot even play this on turn 1. I very, very, very much suggest against it. Next, we have this creature's toughness is equal... Oh, sorry, no, that was just its power. Okay, so its power is equal to the number of cards in exile, but its toughness is equal to the amount of cards in each opponent has in exile. How the hell do you turn this card on? It's not even clear to me that this card should be 4 mana. Maybe it should just be a lot less. Rose Kitty Ooh says, yeah, I realize it would be a big play in CEDH, but good news, it doesn't turn on Mox Amber. Drinks from Paths and Swords. Very slowly. Like, very, very slowly. And by the way, our graveyard actually has to be bigger. And, like, it doesn't even... It's gonna die to anything. Plazas are heroes. It gets protection from colorless, so it's useless. Well, it's not useless. You know, this is the type of card people would love to build an entire deck around, because the whole theme of the card is, how do I put it? It's a build around card. You know what would actually make this better? If you made it legendary, and then so that you can like this is like a commander. This is a commander will build, because you have to like really bend your entire deck around in order to make this card work. Ooh, Bajuka Bog. Yeah, but like Bajuka Bog is more of like a late game play. So this card will be, yeah, like a billion power, like on turn 13. White Kill says this is a 2-hour show. Technically not. We actually didn't start on time. We started 10 minutes late. It will be soon though. You can't even equip onto it. No, you can equip blue equipment. Hey, not all equipment are colorless. All right, some of them can. Exile graveyards make this thing strong quickly. It needs to have some toughness. Some of your stuff. Oh, I mean, okay. Oh, you know what this pairs with? Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is a huge combo with this card. So it exiles your cards from graveyard simultaneously while it's exiling the opponent's cards from graveyard. Is there anything else like Rest in Peace out there? Maybe not. I think Rest in Peace is its own card. Rest in Peace is its own rest in peace. Yo, it would be fire, actually. Yeah, another we need more rest in peace card. Leyline of the Void. Although you need, ideally, Leyline of the Void. I think Leyline of the Void hits the opponent, but not you. Yeah, so Leyline of the Void will work with this creature. It is a Void Elemental, by the way. So that's a big flavor win. Cool. I think this is cool. Yeah, also there's Dothy Voidwalker. Relic of Agenis. Yeah, Relic of Agenis is fine. Yeah, Relic of Agenis would work. This is a really, really creative card, I would say. Very, very creative. I think the best cards are the ones where you're like, how can we build around this card? What can we use? And this is definitely, this marks the spot. Okay, anyone else buy freebies? Have they got no card yet? I don't see anything. If there's more, oh my god, we are so far from done. It's not even close. We're not even close. Okay, I need to build up a bunch of music. We're probably like still like a few out. This might end up being like the longest show of all time. It could end up being the case. I'm getting some music. Black has some sorceries which can exile cards from opponent's hand. That's true. Yeah, 4-hour stream, baby. It would be the first. I think the longest stream is 3.5 hours. God, I hope that's not going to be today, but it's possible. You never know. Little Deadfly, you don't have any cards? Oh yeah, I don't know. It's free. It's free. It's on the house as a from Bacon Catbug. Good in adventure decks. Yeah, it's fine too. Okay, we got something from Shinobi Lily. Thank you so much for your contribution here today. Another card from me. Oh, this is a no 2 card yet person. That's fine. Serene Emanator of Remembrance. Serene. Love the art. Looks really cool. Jessica Wijaya, you're amazing. Or I guess it's Wijaya. Wijaya. This is 7 mana for a legendary enchantment creature demigod. This looks like a Pedgeman card, to be honest, as Pedgeman enters. I didn't know customs were today. You have to keep track of the custom chat. It's courtesy of Bacon Catbug. Bacon Catbug donated 23 donos for a whole show to be created out of nothing. Okay, whenever you cast this spell, create the Demiurge, a legendary 8/8 blue Titan creature token with demigods you control have Ward 2. So basically, when we pay 7 mana for this 5/5, it comes with an 8/8. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may return it to your hand. What? Oh, at the beginning of the next end step, unless an opponent pays 1. Oh, interesting. So it's like Rhystic Study. It's almost worse than Rhystic. I would say it's even more dangerous than Rhystic Study, because if your opponent can't pay the 1, or I guess it has to be all opponents can't pay the 1 unless an opponent pays 1. So if everyone's tapped out, which might be a little difficult, but if everyone's tapped out, then you get to play, basically, Rhystic Buyback. That's how it should be interpreted. This is another Honkai Star Rail character. You people love Honkai Star. Do I have to play this game or something so that I just understand my community? There's literally a million. 2 hours. It's still not even 2 hours. It's 1 hour, 59 minutes, 13 seconds. Erethusa says, wait, I originally want to make a card based on her related to another one of my custom cards if I get a chance. You go for it. You can do whatever you want. Rose Kitty, ooh, Nikachu, do you remember all 20 world enchantments? Absolutely not. I couldn't even name you one. Or is Concordant Crossroads a world enchantment? Maybe I can name one. Shinobi Lily says, it was an ETB trigger at first, but someone in my pod did not like that, so it was changed to cast. What? I think it's actually more fair to be an ETB. Oh, I see. Because if it's an ETB, you can blink it. You know, for me, they're both dangerous. If it's an ETB, you can blink, but there's a lot of cards out there that can prevent ETBs. Also, you can counter the card and there won't be an ETB. Whereas if there's a cast trigger, you can't blink the card, of course. But then that's like way harder to interact with. It's just supremely harder to interact with. So the deck would have left it the way it is. I think it's fine either way. I think this is a very cool card. It's very simple and clean. And it's also a ton of mana. And it's also very heartwarming to hear that you guys play with your own cards in your pod. Okay, we got Rundekuken with Ruka. Let's take a look at Ruka. I hope there's nothing offensive in this card. I will do my best to pronounce it. I mean, obviously, this is... I can't interpret this card, period. I gotta trust everybody else that can read it. We got Ruka der Voldaemon. It's a legendary creature demon. It's a 2/7. For how much mana? 4 mana. Okay, everybody. Shoots von Schwarz. Blau, Rot, und Vib. Schott var Zubern. Feihi Gekten und Plains Vulkern. Unzertorbarkeit. Doperschlag. Trampelschläden. Leben Schwerknupfung. Todesberührung. Wäschelbalg. This creature kommet mit inner +1 -1 Merk in Spiel. Wenn dies Karte in de Friedhof kommt, kannst du sie auf die... Okay, that's the best I can do here. Bingo. Well, it's not really an uncard. It looks like it's a real card. I mean, I just can't read the damn thing. It could mean anything. It could mean anything. Was it at least a little fun for anyone that's German? German isn't a real language. Meme. Nikachu misinterprets the card. I can't even read it. You said 10 words in... I said 10 words in German. Not bad. You know what? That's pretty good. I did my best. For someone that can't read German, that was a lot higher than I was expecting. Can we get the 2-hour bingo? Yeah, we can get the 2-hour bingo now. You got it. We got a 2-hour bingo. Where's 2-hour bingo? Oh my god, it's so filled up. It's so filled, and yet still no bingos. It's funny how it's such a balanced bingo card, really. Vise. Spiel. There's got to be some Germans out there. I send it you in English again. Well, why didn't you give that to me in the first place? Why did I waste my time with this one? This video will now be demonetized in German. It's true. I actually have no idea what I'm reading. It could be a bunch of explicitives, but you know what? There's the word planeswalker in there, so I assume that everything is pretty good. Let's make French cards now. Baguette 1G, create a food toy. That would be very flavorful. If only my first card is used for 5+ words in the name. The second part of this card seems like it has something to do with rolling a d20. Probably. All right. Thank you very much for, I guess, submitting this card. Next up, do we have any other freebies? Anyone wants a freebie in chat? We got Brad J. The Origin of the Slivers is back. Okay, do we have it now? The Origin of the Slivers. We didn't find it last time. Where is this? We can't find... Where is... Can you resubmit this card? Where is... Can you resubmit this card, please? I can't find it. I can't find it in the Discord, that is. If it's submitted on Reddit, I'm not looking it up on Reddit. Because I can't find the Origin of the Sliver. Sorry about that, Brad J. You have to resubmit it. Judge. Pedman wants a freebie. I have Utsuho, Contamination Unleashed, and then the Bambis. It's a 5-card set. You get 1 card. You get 1 card at a time, Pedman. Welcome to have more in the future. Don't worry, there'll be like plenty to go around, I think. So it's called Utsuho. Okay, let's look at Utsuho. Which one's Utsuho? This one's Utsuho. Okay, you definitely get a super chat. We're at 20 super chats from Bacon Catbug. 4 mana for a 2/4 bird demon with flying. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, they get that many. Oh, they get that many rad counters. You don't want rad counters, or you're going to be milled to death. Whenever Utsuho deals combat damage to a player, double the number of rads they have. This is for the what's it called? Not the 40k. What's that? Commander Precon set for. It's on the tip of my tongue. Someone's going to make mention of it, where the rad counters came from. Fallout. That's it. Fallout. You know, I had the set symbol in my head, but I just didn't know what the set name was called. It's a radical, man. Yeah, it's for the wise Mothman, probably. Mothman, the master. Is this the Mothman? It's Contaminated Unleashed. This, you know what? I mean, this card is honestly, I think this card is an absolute banger. I think this is so clean, and I like how the abilities synergize with each other. You want to tap lands? I hope it's not broken. You want to tap lands for mana? You're gonna get these rad counters. You protect yourself from them rad counters, and then so you have to be like really. It's almost like land destruction almost. Are there any cards that remove rad counters? There might be some cards that, like, when it enters the battlefield, you are like cleansed of all your counters. Yeah, the rad counters come from Fallout. I'd rather have this than Mesmeric Orb, really. It's similar, but it compounds, actually. Mesmeric Orb is actually weaker, I think. It's like Mana Barbs, but for milling, for the most part. Fallout and Mothman. Mothman. Okay, I love the card. Great design, Pedman. Okay, let's get back to... I still have so many Donos. Like, I have an infinite number of Donos. We have to get back to the Donos. Let's go with Steve Cooper. I'll take 2 freebies for first 2 cards of grab bag of 6 cards. You bet, absolutely. What do you mean you'll take 2 freebies? Last one is a wall of text, but hopefully it's understandable. You're literally paying for it. Okay, so grab bag of cards 6. Oh yeah, the last 2 cards. That's right. So we're looking at Sipnati Swarm Mother. This is a 5-mana 2/5 insect. It's got Defender. It's got Reach. Sipnati enters with an incubation counter on her. Tap, put an incubation counter on Sipnati. Or is it Sipnat? Oh no, I see. You misspelled her name. You misspelled her name over there. How rude. Okay, tap. Sorry, no, we got that ability. Whenever Sipnati becomes tapped, put an incubation counter on her. Then create X 1/1 green insect creature tokens, where X is the number of incubation counters on her. This is an interesting take on incubation counters, because incubation, that just basically, that's like it turns random artifacts into a creature equal to the power, right? We're here now, incubation makes babies, as it probably should in the first place. Arethusa, what is 2 in the no 2 card yet means? How do you not know that? Arethusa, how do you not know that? You're like an OG around here. Mappius, there's a million. We still have millions of freebies. I used random fantasy name generator. It's made up. That's fine. But you randomly generated the name wrong halfway through the card. Anyway, I like it. I like the design. So you have what is going on here? Swarm Mother. She's like a spider, but she's like in art she's a wasp. But she's in a Is it? Oh, wait. The spider is down here. This is Sipnati. And then I guess this big wasp thing is what you're like stealing. I really don't get it. Surefire Selves, I paid because I need to head out soon since the stream is so long. Thank you so much, Surefire Selves. Take care. I'll see you next time. What else to say about this card? Yeah, this or is this or is Sipnati Swarm Mother? Actually, this is the whole kit and caboodle. It's half spider, half bug. And spider termite bee, because those bugs have queens. Oh, this is like the mother of all insects. I see. Very cool. Yeah, that was I was about to say that Adeptus. Adeptus just comes out of nowhere with these lines every so often. The spider's not an insect, but the thing is technically an insect. Well, then what would you call it? Like insect arachnid? Are we missing a creature type here? I'm telling you, maybe not every spider is an insect, but every spider is a bug to me. What's the definition of a bug? Yeah, insect spider or insect arachnid. I don't know. She can be errated into an insect spider. Sounds good. They're the queen of crawlers. I like that. That's a good name. Queen of the Swarm Mother. Queen. You can make another card. Sipnati, Queen of Crawlers. And then your third card in here, we've got the 3-card Monty. Okay. I love getting scammed by people on the street. 5 mana for a sorcery. Place 3 non-land cards onto the battlefield face up. Then turn them face down. Reveal one of those cards. Then move those cards around face down. Then target opponent chooses a card. Then you turn all cards face up. If the chosen card was the revealed card, they must cast the card among them without paying its mana cost as though they had flash. If it wasn't the revealed card, you may cast a card among them without paying its mana cost. Exile those cards. Is this literally 3-card Monty? So we got to reveal one of those cards and move it around face down. We have to choose. It's literally 3-card Monty. Imagine someone's entire deck looks like this. That would be an abomination. The real trick is pretending it was any of the 3 cards. Literally a Yu-Gi-Oh card. They love playing around with things like this. Trisar was like, it feels like one of those experimental cards they made in the early mid-90s. Could this be considered an uncard? You know what? I don't think so. Well, maybe. Is this uncard levels? You know? Is it worthy of being an uncard? Thought I could get 2 free. You probably will end up getting 2 freebies at some point in the show. It can be. It's an ancient magic, not unmagic. Wait, I mean ancient? Yeah. Well, I mean it's technically like sleight of hand magic. Why are we blue? We used to be black. Or do I remember badly? It's an uncard at most. All right, we'll say it's an uncard. Why not? Oh my god. Making it an uncard gives us 2 bingos actually. So we have 1 here and we've got 1 going down there. 3 more freebies for chat. The chat's going to eat well tonight. But you have to stay up long enough to get the freebies. This is good. This is going to be a 4-hour show. I can just tell. I know. Okay, next. Let's start getting through these cards. Do we have... We have so many supers. Is there anyone who didn't get a card yet for a freebie? We'll eventually get more cards. It's like a 2.25 show so far. I know. We have 11 super chats and 3 more freebies to go, and more freebies after that. Okay, next, let's get... Who hasn't got a card yet? This is very underpaying for the card. You protect my sleep, Illy Babe, Dono for Psychic. Psychic who? Okay, I'll give that to somebody. Okay, we got howdy y'all. Thank you very much, Marty. Oh, actually, thank you very much, Marty. With this $2 super chat can combine with 7 cats in a suit super chat in order to get a full super chat, because those were both underpaid. Do we have someone named Psychic in the house right now? Dono for Psychic. I don't know who's Psychic here. There's probably someone named Psychic here. Unless they've left already. Okay, I'm going to move on to... Who do we have? I got... We did Cypher Demigod of Trickery, new viewer, but loving the videos. Made a few cards from Honkai Star Rail for my pod, but this is my favorite. We did that one? Did I do that one as a freebie, or did you actually pay for that one? I think this. Okay, we definitely did that one already, so this is going to be a freebie if I remember correctly. I can't remember if that was a dono or not. Oh, it was you. Oh, we did. Okay, we did you, but not that card. Okay, let's look at Demigod of Trickery then. Ah, this is a different one. Gotcha. Welcome to the show, Shinobi. You fit right in. Next, okay, this is a 4-mana 3/3 Demigod Rogue. Flash. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, create a copy of it. If the copy is a permanent spell, it becomes an illusion in addition to its other types. Ooh, it's all an illusion around here. Whenever Cypher leaves the battlefield, destroy all illusions you control. Ooh, the illusion is completely broken. What do we have? Okay, so how do you cast spells you don't own? Oh, yeah, that's right. There might be like cards where everyone reveals the top card of their deck, and anyone can play cards from the top of somebody's deck, or everyone pools cards into the middle of the board, or pools cards into like exile, and anyone can play those cards. So I see. And not only that, you get to flash, if you can flash this card in play and then steal those cards. It's a thief commander, ideally. You're gonna swipe something with this card. I made it after loving my Black Cat Cunning Thief deck. Oh, you have a thief deck, do you? A Cunning Thief of all things. What's the stats of the illusions? You just if it's a permanent spell, you copy the permanent. It's just an illusion. And those copies, by the way, it could be art, it could be enchantments, it could be artifacts, it could even be planeswalkers, it could be illusion planeswalkers. You didn't finish reading the effect. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, create a copy of it. If the copy is a permanent spell, it becomes an illusion in addition to its other types. Whenever Cypher leaves the battlefield... Well, I don't understand what's not to understand here. If you use those mechanics where other players help you pay for the spell, would that work for Cypher? Probably not. No, if it's your card and other people help pay for it, it's still your card. If you copy an enchantment, it can't be an illusion without kindred. I'm just gonna trust you on that one, Bacon Cat Bug. Just gonna trust you on that one. Okay. I think the idea is cool. If it needs to be redesigned a little bit. I mean, you could just say non-enchantment card. If necessary. Next up. Okay, we've got the second card from the grab bag. Oh, did I look at both of them for nothing? You paid $5 last time. Oh, yeah. You're supposed to pay $2. That's fine. Okay. It's been paid. We got Pierre. No threat too large. Oops, where am I going? No threat too large is a 3-mana enchantment. Whenever a squirrel you control enters, create a food token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Toads would love this card. And then we have Sacrifice a Food. Target creature you control gets +0/+1 until end of turn. If that creature has power 1 or less, it gains indestructible until end of turn. Whenever one or more squirrels you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. So you are basically cultivating the squirrel deck. We need to power up the squirrels. You know, they have been printing quite a few squirrel cards lately, but I don't know if it actually, like, really turns the corner for the squirrel players, if it actually makes squirrel decks very strong. This, I guess, is going to be an attempt to make squirrels strong. So whenever you make a squirrel comes into play, squirrel token comes into play, you get a food token. Only triggers once each turn, but you know what? You can put squirrel tokens into play on your opponent's turns to get extra food in play. So when you sack the food, the creature gets a little bit stronger, but if the creature is tiny, it's indestructible. And whenever one or more squirrels you control deal combat damage to a player, you get to draw a card. So it's got what was that? There's a legendary squirrel that does that, has that ability. And it's indestructible. Oh, this is just like an enchantment version of that card, more or less. Amazing Squirrel Girl loves this. Squirrel Girl is their Cranko. I think they're doing okay. Where's Squirrel Girl? I don't see Squirrel Girl here at all. Oh, Squirrel Girl is the superhero that is what you guys said it was OP. Like no one's beaten Squirrel Girl before. Toski is what I was thinking about. That's right. Toski. It's literally the Toski's mechanics for the most part, minus the food. Firefox, that's how I feel when I'm Jeff spamming heal from a small room in the back line and Squirrel Girl ultimates into that room. No threat too large. Don't underestimate the squirrels. After all, in theory, 15 squirrels takes down an entire Emrakul. Okay, Mappius wants a freebie from chat. I got you. Mappius. Kushima. Kamome. We got Kushima Kamome. Here we go. Oh my god, I can't believe we're almost done through all these damn freebies. Alright, this is a 3-mana 1/1 human pirate. Creatures with power and toughness 2 or less have tap. This creature explores. Good god! And then when Kamome dies, if she was a creature, which I hope she is right now, return it to the battlefield under her owner's control. She is an enchantment. Oh, this is like, this should be called Enduring Kushima Kamome, because that's what all the enduring cards were like, right? All the enduring cards. This is totally fair and fine. So instead of getting treasures, it says, okay, so so basically if you're on defense, you don't want to attack, you're sitting back doing nothing, at instant speed you can start exploring like crazy, buffing up your creatures, potentially putting lands in your hand, sculpting the top of your deck, and even if who cares if this is a 1/1 because it's going to come back anyway. Strong card for explore decks. Yeah, if you can build an explore deck around us. If anything, the deck will be built around this card. Okay, next up, we've got... Who else is here? So many donos. It's like it's Dono Friday. Rose Kitty Uwu, Corvus Phyrexian Plague. Did we do this one already? I don't remember. We did this one. You got like, did you freebie? Did you mention this card? Sorry, did you like super chat this card and then get it as a freebie? That's just really weird, Rose Kitty Uwu. That's like super weird. Is this the animist show ever? Potentially. We did it as a freebie. Okay, this will be turned into a dono then. Surefire Selves with the Dia Bolog. Gonna donate this one a unique take on the sagas. Oh, I think we've done that super chat. Sound effects, I mean. Dia Bolog. The Diabolog is a 4-mana book. Lore counters can't be put on sagas you control. Ah, you're doing your best. Bingo, we did this already for Corvus. Is that literally? Oh, it is there. It's rare that we get this. It was Rose Kitty Oo's plan all along to get that bingo. It's a rare bingo to get, too. It's really hard. The Diabolog is a 4-mana book. Okay, lore counters can't be put on sagas you control. At the beginning of your first main phase, choose a chapter ability from among sagas you control. It triggers. You lose life equal that ability's chapter number. So instead of putting lore counters on a chapter, it's basically as read ahead. And this read ahead can happen an unlimited number of times because it's never going to reach the certain number of lore counters necessary to sacrifice that card. This is one of the more, like, actual Magic the Gathering cards we see today. Even a Demon's Story requires a sacrifice. What is your favorite Saga card that you would pair this thing with? Unfortunately, you'd probably have to be restricted to, like, the black part of the color pie. Unless you're, like, Bob reads ahead. There are a few read ahead cards. Sorry, there's a few read ahead sagas. But this gives every saga read ahead. No restrictions. Next. Corbinic, the Lost Bird of Paradise. What is that all about? Fixed. I assume you want Lost Bird of... which one do you want? You didn't mention the fixed one. I'm assuming it's the fixed one. It's all fixed around here. Double black for a 0/2. Summon Zombie Bird. Tap. Add 1 black to your mana pool. Tap. Sacrifice this creature. Destroy target bird in play. It seems fine. So it's like a weird mana dork. Does that make sense? How many black creatures actually tap for mana? I don't remember. The old cards did that, like, often. Like, you know, basically back then any card could do anything under the right circumstances, and it's a 2-mana card. So 2 mana to be like a mana rock, and you can destroy target bird in play by sacking this creature at the same time. It's a 1-for-1. RIP Changelings. The Changelings are going down. RIP. What are the biggest birds? I'm trying to think of, like, any relevant birds to destroy outside of Birds of Paradise. Like, that's not good value either. The Birds of Paradise cost 1 mana. This costs 2 mana. You're, like, tempo negative here. The Tainted Phoenix earlier didn't fly either. Oh, Morophon. Derevi. Well, that's such a bad target because Derevi can just be put directly back onto the battlefield for the low cost of 4 mana. Yeah, Stormcrow, but that's bad value. Maja says, but I say, since it's cosplay an old card, it pass. What's the freebie storm count at? For Bacon Catbug, it's at 21, so there's 2 more left. And then there's like a billion of these Donos. Oh, actually, we have still an actual Bacon Catbug super chat to get through. Let's kill the Chocobos! No! No! We don't want to kill the Chocobos. That's a terrible idea. Okay, Lost Bird of Paradise. It's doable. You know, honestly, if you put this card in your deck, you have like a vendetta versus some specific creature, because that's the only reason you would want to do that. Do this. Okay, Bacon Catbug's actual super chat. It is Mao, the apothecary, because toxic anime waifus are the best waifus. Mao. So what you said? Toxic anime waifus are the best waifus. 4 mana for a 1/3 human advisor. Eminence. If you would get 1 or more poison counters, as long as Mao is in the command zone or on the battlefield, you get energy instead. So it protects you from poison. Mao can't have counters put on her. Tap, pay twice X energy. Another target creature gains toxic X until end of turn and also proliferate. Another target creature gains... Good God! So you want, like, you're trying to one-shot people with poison? It's a pretty evil card. But hold on, if you would get 1 or more poison counters, we get the energy. Oh, now we found out how to break that one land that taps for a bunch of energy. Weirdly political card. But somehow you have to get other people to attack you with poison so that you get the energy, so that you can pay the energy to give something toxic and then attack back. I have no idea how you make this thing work. Is there cards out there that automatically give you poison counters? So it taps, pays 0, and just proliferate. Oh, that's a good question. Tap, pay twice X. Another target creature gains toxic X until end of turn and proliferate. Yeah, I guess it's I guess by default this card just is a proliferator. There's a few cards that will poison you. Okay. Give Serpent Society to opponent and then keep targeting it. Oh, okay. Pretend it says X can't. Oh, I think it's okay. You know, honestly, is there anything wrong with a 4-mana card that taps and proliferates? Is that like a big deal? Because otherwise, this card isn't doing anything. Like you have to actually put a good chunk of work in to, you know, get your thing going. No, use tap ability to give something else toxic 10 when they attack another player. Oh, yeah, you could do that. This card can work for you by getting someone else to attack with just 1 billion creatures. Yeah, I think it's fine as well. You can give a creature attacking you toxic. True. Oh, that's right. Or you give something else toxic when it's attacking somebody else. I think it's a great idea. Okay, we've got how many donos now? Okay, it's all donos now. We have 2 donos from Rakdos. Okay, who has no 2 donos yet? Who doesn't have anything? You got so many cards, Majra. If we're seriously running out of cards, we'll take a more look at yours. I think you literally got like 5 cards so far in this show. The Bambis from Bleach. Do I even have to look that far? The Bambis. Hold on, you want the one from Bleach? There's like millions of Bambi. Start with Bambietta, Basterbine. Bambietta. I don't even know where this crap starts and ends. Where's the start? You didn't like name them properly. Start with Bambietta since she has the team picture, and then you can pick whatever 4 from the others. Look, I'll give you 2. Where's the Lord of the Bambis? I can't find the one with the team picture. Am I missing something? Okay, where's the team picture one? Good night, Honda. It's new. You missed it. This one? Nope. This one? Oh, here. Or is it this one? Bambietta Basterbine? Okay, this is how you wanted to start it off? Start with Bambietta Basterbine since she has the team picture, and then you can pick whatever 4 from the other. Okay, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at 2 of these so far. So we've got Bambietta Basterbine. This is a 4-mana 2/4 human. If Bambietta would deal damage to a permanent, you may create the explode token attached to it. What is an explode token? Is that like one of those tokens that's created by that affinity deck, where it's a permanent, and if it leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to anything? Okay, anyway, token attached to it instead. If Bambietta would deal damage to an opponent for up to that many permanent they control, you may create the explode token attached to it instead. It's not like you, Pedgeman, for creating so many grammatical errors. Your wording is usually very, very tight. I think that's the post where you are doesn't have the tokens. The post is, well, you did. You like splattered a bunch of these cards here. The Bambis. You're talking. I'm here, aren't I? This is it, right? Roll a d4 to decide the other. So what? Hold on. What is an explode token attached to it? I don't get it. Or is it explained by some other cards? Is there an explode? Is there an explode token? Is this the explode token? No, this is the glutton. I can't find. Is this an explode token? No. I don't know what explode means. Well, without that context, I'm just gonna say it's okay. The post is literally called the Bambi's Bambietta Basterbine. Oh, hold on. What? This isn't the card? Okay, hold on. Oh, this post. I see. The Blood, War, and Pharaoh. Come on. I think I found it. Okay. So we have the introduction to all the Bambis over here. 2 of them are being cut off. And there's Bambietta. Why did you post it twice? It confused me. Eric Ruin says, is the theme of today's video gay cards on? No. it's not. This is these are just regular cards. You must be confusing this with the AI show. The AI had a lot of pride cards for the month. Bambietta Basterbine. Okay, did Bambietta. This is the same one. Okay, the Explode. Okay, we found the Explode token. It's enchant permanent. Destroy enchanted permanent at the beginning of its controller's end step. Oh, so it's like a ticking time bomb. Then you do the when you do, the Explode deals damage to that player equal to the destroyed permanent's mana value. So the bigger the creature, the bigger the explosion. Okay, let's go back to the original card. If Bambietta would deal damage to a permanent, you may create an explode token. So basically, if she gets in range of someone, she puts an explosive device on them. And if Bambietta would deal damage to an opponent for up to that many non-land permanents they control, you create an explode token attached to it instead. Oh my god! So she's just blowing up all the time. She's basically a bomber man. Or in this case, bomber woman. Masha's like, I want in, brother. She turns stuff she touches into C-bombs. Yeah, she's basically turning everything into an explosion. I still remember the Pact of Negation from the AI show. Okay, next up. We have more, okay, that was 2 cards. Okay. Or hold on, we'll look at one more. I'm not going to count the token, even though the show is damn long. Let's take a look at another Bambi. Menina's Macallan is a 4-mana 4/4 human berserker. Trample. Whenever Menina's enters or attacks, you may create the Power enchantment token attached to a target creature you control. The Power is an aura. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each modification they have. So far, 1. We have alternate arts for Menina's Macallan. Honestly, they all look like they're from Team Rocket. If I were to be serious here, they all look like they're part of Team Rocket. They've got the style, in my opinion. Okay, next up, we have more freebies to give away. We give another one to Mercenary. If you don't have a second freebie, well, here's your chance now. Mercenary's Vengeance. Mercenary's Vengeance is a 10-mana instant. It's got Voidcast. You may cast the spell from outside the game. So you like have this in your sideboard the entire time? Oh, by the way, this super chat is brought to us partially by Raktus. Thank you so much, Raktus, for your super chat donations. All permanents on the battlefield, all graveyards, and all cards in exile go outside the game. What are we doing here? Wait, that goes all the stuff goes to the sideboard? Oh, I see. It's like a way of getting rid of all the permanents without them going to exile, because that might be relevant for other cards. You know, it's funny, actually. This card negates that other card earlier that required permanents to go to exile. Like everybody's stuff to go to exile. So it's like an anti... It's that an anti-card to Corbinix card. If this was cast from outside the game, then put any number of mercenary, ninja, nightmare, pirate, rogue, and samurai creatures onto the battlefield from outside the game. Oh, this is... I don't know how, but this has to be broken. This would be the ultimate, like... I'll tell you how this is broken. It's like... it's like Companion. It's instant Companion. So you can fill your... basically fill your sideboard with enough powerful... I don't know, some combination of powerful mercenary, ninja, nightmares, and pirates and rogues and stuff like that. Yeah, you can play... no, well, not in competitive play. So in casual play, yeah, you could have the whole kit and caboodle. In competitive play, outside the game is just going to be referred to as your sideboard. But it's like Karn the Great Creator without actually having to cast Karn the Great Creator or having to put Karn the Great Creator in your deck. You could have... your deck is just a pure Dimir control deck. And then you don't have to have a win con, because your win con is in the sideboard in the form of Mercenary's Vengeance. You just need 2 cards from these types that do an instant win combo. Well, I assume that if you're playing a control deck with this, it's going to be an instant win combo anyway. Now, I'll admit, 10 mana, still a lot of mana, but for a control deck, they don't care that much. Changeling Craterhoof Companion. Oh yeah, I forgot you can get changelings. Go get those changelings. Morophon plus something else. My Void Elemental is crying in the face of this card. I know. Move cards from exile into the exile. The exilist zone. True story. Go outside the game. Touch grass. I don't know if this is broken, but this is a type of card. So it's basically like as frustrating to play against like all the companions, but I'll have to admit that this is a 10 mana companion. 10 mana instant companion. And also likely just wins the game on the spot too, right? But it's 10 mana. Hopefully... Okay, I will say this much. I don't know if this is doable. It might not. It's possible, it's fine. It's also possible that this is just like a default, like, I win the game type of card. Not to mention, like, once you get to 10 mana, you could probably stabilize any board state with, like, 4 Mercenary, Ninja, Nightmare, Pirate, Rogues, and Samurais and stuff like that. They come into play at instant speed. Instant speed. The absolute remove from the freaking game forever zone. Okay, next, also donated by Raktus. We give to... who did I just see? Adeptus Chocolatus, who almost never gets a card. And you made a card named after yourself. How about that? Adeptus Chocolatus. Made out of chocolate. Delicious. You better be, if you're not a food, this is a huge flavor fail. For 3 mana, we have a 3/4 Astartes Warrior. Steel and Cacao. A combination of both. Whenever Adeptus Chocolatus or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a food token. Holy Rationing for a white. Sacrifice a food token. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain first strike until end of turn. They'll also get a Sugar Rush. Sweet Martyrdom for a black. Sacrifice a creature or a food token. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. This is a beautiful... You're delicious, Adeptus Chocolatus. You're absolutely delicious. Flavor fail, not a food. Not food creature. Strangely enough. Hey, look. Whoa, wait. Because it's probably also made out of steel. You can't eat the steel. Is that so... Does that... Imagine eating chocolate off of a brick of steel. Bingo, 10 mana val... Oh, your last card? Oh my god, I totally forgot about these freebies here. This show is so far from over. And of course, we have another bingo. This might be the most filled the bingo sheet gets ever in the history of this channel. Frosty says, I'm taking a nap now, but be warned, I will make a card called Nikachu's Patience for the next custom card show. I have as much patience as my brain still has some sort of brain function going on. Okay, Adeptus Chocolatus might be... Well, here's the deal. It might not be a flavor fail because if it's part steel, part chocolate, not technically edible. It's all just for visual purposes only, like a wax museum. Whoops! Accidentally donated $100 to chat again. I guess we need to have another custom card show. Okay, next super chat. Prince of Winners, quest for the Dragon Balls. I have no more super chat sound effects to give. We've done them all. Did they ever get the Dragon Balls again? Quest for the Dragon. Quest for... Is this new? You just post this or something? Yeah, it is new. I knew it. I watched the original Dragon Ball. I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z, though. Or any of the... I watched it when they were kids. The pig got all the Dragon Balls and then requested for... and then wished for underwear, which was stupid as hell. Could have wished for could have wished for anything. Wish for underwear. Don't they get the Dragon Balls every other Wednesday? I don't know. I didn't... You know what? It took a long time for them to get the Dragon Balls the first time around, so I just assumed it's really hard. Okay. Quest for the Dragon Balls is a 4-mana enchantment. When squiggly line enters the battlefield, put a quest counter on it. Oh, you mean like this card? Creatures you control have. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power less than the number of quest counters on this card. Whenever a source you control deals combat damage to a player, roll a d6, then note the number rolled. If the result hasn't been noted for this card, note that result and put a quest counter on it. This is getting complicated. I have to keep track of too much stuff. Make a wish. At the end step, if there are 7 or more quest counters on it, you win the game. Ah, okay. We do have a flavor win, though. We do have a bit of a flavor win. I can wish for anything. I wish to actually win this game. They were assembled together 4 times, according to Google. See, it's not that often. It's not that often. What's up with every Wednesday? What? That's 4 Wednesdays. They were learning the route. Now they speedrun 7 Dragon Balls every day. Was Google wrong here? Google's not always right. Do they go back to like the exact same spot over and over again? That's lame. Is Dragon Balls and Dragon Balls the same thing? I don't know. Not a Dragon Ball... not enough of a Dragon Ball enthusiast. I was a bigger fan of Samurai Pizza Cats when I was a kid. Samurai Pizza Cats is where it's at. Shout out to everyone that knows anything about the Samurai Pizza Cats. The show probably wouldn't fly by today's standards. I would wish for all players to come into the next game without blue cards. The Dragon Balls go to other corners of the earth when the wish is granted. And they are OP and can travel to the world in minutes in Dragon Ball Z, and they also have a radar to detect them. So that basically they can make infinite wishes. Wow, the radar machine is broken. The radar machine, it danger. Oh, this is creatures you control. When this creature can't be blocked by creatures with power less than the number of quest counters. So as the quests get stronger, we get stronger. And whenever we deal damage to a player, roll a d6 and note the number rolled. If the number hasn't been noted, I see. So we're rolling dice. Okay, this actually card is pretty fair. There's actually like a randomness to it, a lot of chance to it. It's honestly like really, really clunky and hard to pull off. So if you win with this thing, you by all means, and also. You don't even win when you have all 7 Dragon Balls. We have to wait until end of turn. Someone could be sitting there with their freaking Boseiju waiting for this thing to hit 7. And then before you hit your end stop, someone's like, oh, I have a response. Boseiju, this stupid thing. Probably you could just get rid of the Make-A-Wish thing and just say like, sorry, there can be Make-A-Wish. It should be like, when there are 7 or more quest counters on this, you just win the game. Wait a minute. Wait a hot minute. We roll a d6, but we need 7 quest counters? That's impossible.
No, God, please.
Wait a hot minute. You'll never get that number. There's no 0. There's no 7 on a d6. We have to you start at 1. Well, that doesn't change anything. It starts with 1. Oh, when it enters the battlefield, put a quest counter. Oh, I see. So you'd be stupid to start with. Oh, it's just a quest counter. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I'm stupid. Okay, now I misinterpreted a card. I technically misinterpreted this card in a very, very wrong way. And that is another... This is getting ridiculous. Remember, there's a 5 max limit. I've hit my worst nightmare situation. The worst nightmare is there's like five supers available. Or more than 5. The worst nightmare is like there's a potential 12. And I'm like, this show is going to go on for too long. I think this is the first time we ever hit 5 bingos on the bingo card. Okay, next card. Who is next? Who wants... They're all freebies here. Let's open up $25 third cards and go for 5 hours. Well, I'm here. Okay, who has no... Is there anyone with no card yet or no 2 cards yet? I will take Arethusa. Writing the final page. That sounds like a banger name for a card. Great name for a card. Perfect. Okay, this is donated by a combination of 7 Cats in a Suit and Marty Rules. Thanks so much for your donations. It equals enough to $5 that it would count as a dono. We only let people get 5 cards from the bingos instead of all 12 possible ones, because then the show will go on for forever. We're already past like 2.5 hours. Fortunately, it's very important. You know, sometimes the show starts late because I gotta pee or take a crap because I gotta make sure, like, I gotta be ready that I don't have to run to the bathroom somewhere in the middle of the show. Right in the final page. You have like the best art on all these cards, by the way. These arts are bangers. This is 5 mana for a legendary enchantment. Hexproof. At the beginning of your end step, you may search your graveyard, hand, and/or library for up to 3 demigod creature cards and exile them with a fate counter on them. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Then if there are 12 demigod creature cards with different names with a fate counter on them in exile, you win the game. It's another win the game card. The old people trying to win the game in a cheatsy way. So what would you do? What is the easiest way to break this card? I think there is a card out there. It's blue. I think it's 4 mana. You can remove all cards in your deck from all non-land cards in your deck from the game. I don't remember what it's called. Something erasure or something like that. Yeah, changelings are demigods. So you just need how many? 12? Get rid of 12 demigods in your deck. It'd be like the most... I can't believe that the Wii Sports thing is hit twice. It's hit twice, damn it. It's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen so easily. They need to have... Oh, how are we going to get counters on them, then? Pedgeman says we need to have counters on them. So if there are 12 demigod creatures with different names with a fate counter on them in exile, how do you do that? It's supposed to be for demigod decks, but I know people will run it in changelings. Oh, in that case, I don't know how to do that. Regarding cards from the bingos, that's 12 in total, not 12 per person. So it will never be like lots and lots of cards. 12 is a lot of cards. 12 cards is like an hour, more or less. Arethusa says, in the ending of the Amphoros saga, the longest saga the game has so far. Multiple end steps? I still don't know how we're breaking this card. Loved Amphoros, to be honest, but I'm making commanders for every Amphorian character currently. Pedgeman says, the way to break it is Y'shtola and cards that give you extra end steps. I still don't get it. I just don't know how do you get, like, the fate counter on an exiled card. Up to 3 demigod creatures and exile them with a fate counter on it. That's just so weird. Unless Y'shtola gives fate counters. Oh, I got to use the Y'shtola the other day. I used a phantasmal image to copy a Y'shtola. The one that drains people. And draws cards. Toilet Duck, 12 cards for an entire stream isn't a lot of cards. No, Toilet Duck. It's 12 cards at the end of an already incredibly long stream. Gotta think of it that way. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Look, we rarely get to 5 cards. So I just don't want a scenario where we get to 12. Firefox, no 2 cards yet. My 9. Okay, we'll say writing the file page. Interesting. Really interesting card to build around. So interesting, I have no idea how to do it, but some of you guys in chat seem to have an idea. Okay, Firefox with the 99th attempt. I don't remember if we... Oh, that's actually the name of the card. The 99th attempt. The 99th attempt. Is it in here? Where is it? Some of you are not here. I gotta give donos to like Olga and I don't know well, I don't have no idea what the username here is. My 99th attempt. How do I find this card? Or is it with a period? No. Oh, sorry. I looked up my 99th attempt. Found it. I found it. Ooh. Ooh. We got a furry. Lunessa, the Nightcaller, is a 2-mana werewolf shaman. It's got Moon Chant. When the creature enters, it becomes night. Oh no. And it can't become day unless you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Fantastic. We're going back to the classic Huntmaster of the Fells way of flipping back to day and night. If there was such a thing. Werewolf spells you control have flash. That's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, but I mean, green does have flash. Non-human werewolf creatures you control have ward 2. Good God. This is a great werewolf. It's a great werewolf lord. The freaking furries. This is a furry community over here. People love their furries. Yeah, day and night shudders. Oh my goodness. The most annoying mechanics to keep track of for no reason. Dr. DCA, do we keep tracking the bingo for fun even though we reached 5? Yes, you absolutely can. You can hit more stuff of this. Storm, we have 4 more cards. Maybe you can get the super bingo. Firefox, well, at least it stops opponents from switching it all the time. Well, no. It can't become day. Oh, I see. You control when it's day and night. Only you, not the opponent. It becomes day. It can't become day unless you cast 2 or more spells this turn. So it's got to be you. What do you mean this turn? What does that... Actually, what does that mean? When the creature enters, it becomes night. It's like perpetually... It can't become day unless you cast 2 or more spells. Oh, I see. This turn just means in a single turn. That's how it works. Earthu says, I'll keep my next one for the next stream. It is 5 words long. Oh, you don't want to burn it on here, right? Oh, 5 words name? Oh, I see. Yeah, because then it will be lost. There's no more extra supers. Pedgeman, if we still looking for cards... No, we are. I'm going to get a few people in the Discord that don't normally get any cards, though. Lunessa the Night card, I think is a fine card. I think giving your werewolf's flash is totally fine. It's going to be a little awkward. There are some good werewolves with flash already, but now all the werewolves have flash. And most importantly, non-human werewolves have ward 2 as well. Yeah, it means it won't be day unless you cast 2 spells in the same turn and they have flash. So you can space them across other players' turns. Next. Okay, so that was... Now we have a dono from Abe. If anyone wants it. Who wants it? Pierre. I'm almost 99% sure you got a card already, but yeah, you are allowed to have a second card. Sheltering Transference. Transference. Will templated. We have a 3-mana legendary enchantment. Whenever 1 or more counters are moved from a permanent you control onto another permanent you control, target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Okay, so when we're moving stuff around, stuff is getting hexproof. Whenever you proliferate, you may move a counter from target permanent you control onto another target permanent you control. And then so you proliferate, you get more counters, you move the counters, things get hexproof. So if I understand correctly, whenever 1 or more counters are moved from a permanent... Oh, 1 or more. So we only get once in instance of hexproof every single time we do this. That seems okay. I hope. Does proliferate and hexproof upset people? Toilet Duck asks, I think we should get something if we get a full blackout on the bingo card. Yeah, I'm gonna give you an applause. Is there a sound effect you guys have never heard before? I might give you one of those too. I think for the most part you've heard all the sound effects. You can screenshot it and show your grandkids. Look what we did on the legendary Nikachu MTG live show. Are there more comments? Is this chat getting stuck? Not quite. Oh, not quite stuck. You know, man, we should get another stream. If you fill up the bingo card, no, then it will just. It might be financially beneficial to me. Get more streams where you I get more I get more custom card streams generally means more income for me. I don't know if I had two a week, could people afford that? People could easily afford once a week. I know that. Yeah, the Ozlith just got more broken, but it's not in generic mana. The Ozlith is generic mana, colorless mana. You got to use colored mana for this thing. Cormac is just getting ready for work. We have another custom show on Wednesday now, right? Yeah, you do. Don't worry. This one didn't get lost for no reason. Okay, Steve Cooper is here. Okay, I'm gonna say this card is legal. Might be frustrating for some people, but still legal. Firefox says we can make a custom card called Legendary Bingo Card using that screenshot as the art. There we go, the Legendary Bingo Card. Okay, we got a super chat from Rose Kitty Uwu. Give it the fan factor, the glaring distraction. Glaring distraction is 3 mana, instant. It's okay, counter target spell. Simple enough. But it's got quick draw for 2 mana. You may cast this spell for its quick draw cost in response to an opponent casting a spell that targets a spell or permanent you control. Isn't this just like strictly worse counterspell in every single way? I don't see. I don't really feel the advantage here, or unless you unless you just didn't want to have. So I'm looking at the mana cost. I guess you just didn't want to make it 2 mana because that's so close to like regular counter spell. Whereas, so you made it 3 mana. How about quick draw is just 1 mana though? I don't know. 2 mana for someone trying to target your stuff doesn't seem that broken. Mappius says there's a bunch of worse counter spells in old standards, for example. The advantage is that you can run that on 1 island. Gets around. It does get around Chalice on 2. If I were to change this thing, I would just say the quick draw could be for cheaper, just for 1 mana. Or you could have it 3 mana. You could have a clunky cancel like instant, and then on quick draw you just have it for 1 mana. It could be like, I don't know. You could have it for Azorius mana, for crying out loud. And cast the spell in response to an opponent casting a spell that targets a spell or permanent you control. He's like, not so fast. Don't be targeting my stuff. I guess the problem with 1 mana, this is okay. Now reviewing this, maybe this is a hard card to balance mana wise, because 1 mana counter anything that targets you might. I don't think it'd be too strong. I don't think it's too strong. Firefox says you can make quick draw an activated ability instead of an alternate casting cost. I think casting cost is fine. I have nothing against it. There's a bunch of worse counter spells in standard. Yeah, it's definitely not unheard of. Oh, you mean like for 3 mana? Jess is like 3-hour show. I just woke up. I know, but that's not on the bingo card. You want to see what the bingo card looks like? Look at this. That's the show is so long. This is what the bingo card looks like. Okay, I don't know how to interpret this. This could... So, like, here's my problem. I want to make this better, but making it better might make it broken. So maybe this is just how it has to be designed. And you know what? It's fair. It's super fair. It's super fair, and I think it is very well designed. But I just don't know if, like, I want to push it. I'm a counterspell player. I want to push this thing a little bit more. Just a little bit more. But now when I push it a little bit more, I'm like, okay, maybe this is just strictly better than all counter spells that ever existed. Friday show is so long, I'm also getting ready for work. Yeah, Nikachu tries to improve the card but can't. Yeah, it didn't happen. How do you want your own Donos, Bacon Catbug? You got like 1 million cards, didn't you? Or did you? Maybe you didn't. You got some. But I think in the spirit of the show, we're gonna donate a bunch of cards to chat. So no, sorry, not to chat, to the Discord. So there are people who do not show up for the stream that I think should deserve some cards. I'm gonna look for some users. We have our 5 bingos. I just want to look for a few users that are just not part of the show, but get their cards on the stream. Like, who is this? They've got a username that I can't pronounce because it's more like symbols. Yato Wandering God. And we have a beautiful, beautiful video, GIF-like card. 3 mana for a 2/3 God Spirit with Elevate. You may designate a non-legendary creature card in your deck as your elevated partner. That card is legendary in all zones and has partner with this creature. Your deck's color identity is the combined color identity of both commanders. Whenever Yato or the creature it's paired with attacks, you may draw a card, and if you do, discard a card. That is perfectly intelligible. So it's super partner is what you're asking me. We can partner with something that's not a legend. You're the second in command. So whenever Yato or the second in command is paired with attacks, you may draw a card. So how do we designate? You may designate a non-legendary creature card in your deck as the elevated partner. The card is now legendary in all zones and has partner with this creature. Your deck's color identity is the combined color identity of both commanders. But like, I mean, it has to be within the color identity anyway when it started. How many hours does Nikachu work a week? Who knows? I think it should say the creature it's partnered with because it's paired with is for Soul Bond, something like that. During deck building. But that creature's in... Yeah, I know. The creature's in the deck. So, like, I don't understand. Like, it seems redundant to talk about the combined color identity because it's got to be in your deck anyway. Or is this something like you say it... Oh, I get it. Okay, I get... So the idea is you elevate as something that it's, like, mentioned when the game starts. And so you're basically saying, okay, this non-legendary creature is now a partner, but it's in the deck. But now the color identity of that creature counts for the rest of the deck. So it's like that creature in your deck was something like red and green. Would that like break commander if you had something like this? You can have a commander inside the deck. That's not a problem. Nope, that's not a problem whatsoever. I think real cards that help commander cards have an ability called Lieutenant. Well, now we have Elevate. Okay, so that was one of the 5 bingos. Let's also get Olga. Olga's always over here. Hallway of 1,000 Doors. It's a 2-mana sorcery. Search your library for an enchantment room. Okay, so we're going back to Duskmorn. Reveal it and add it to your hand. Shuffle your library. Flashback. Sacrifice a room with 2 unlocked doors. Search your library for an enchant. Okay, is there a single broken room in the game that you can, like, abuse with this card? Seriously? Is there a single one? Does anyone know? As far as I know, all the room... maybe the closest one was that... There's one that acts like a... It makes demons, and it also acts like a Phyrexian Arena. Shinobi Lily. Honestly, I like this one just to make doors good. There wasn't enough door support. Now we have the door. Now we have door support. Hallway of 1,000 Doors sounds like a maze. Time Twister Room. Marcio says the funeral room returns all creatures from the graveyards. To be fair. Bingo alert! 5+ words in the card name. You got it. We got 5+ words in the card name. And look at that. Whoops. That creates yet another bingo. Good God. This is definitely the most covered a bingo card we've ever had. All it required was a €100 donation from Bacon Catbug. I'm glad I didn't actually look at any freebies from Reddit today. It was on my mind. I'm like, you know what? We're probably not going to have time for this. The doors will never be good. Oh, Fan Factory, not a believer. All we have to do is make hallway of 1,000 doors and then a million other hallway type of cards to buff up the doors to make them good. We need cost reducers for the doors. We need to activate and open doors for free. And once we do that, then the rooms will be broken. Interesting, very interesting card. We play tic-tac-toe on those squares made from the red lines. That's right. Next. Okay. Is there anyone else who is not here today? Oh, of course we have... Who do we not have here today? We got Pete. We got Korbanek. Did we get Kano? We got Kano. I don't see Nova here. Nova almost always here. Nova, we have to get you, Nova. We have to look out for you. Sunburst, 5 mana, sorcery. Sunburst deals 6 damage to target creature. Kablowy. It can kill a primeval titan, but very slowly because it's at sorcery speed. Then we got Daybreak. When Sunburst is cast, if it was the first spell you cast this turn, before Sunburst deals damage, remove all abilities and counters from the target creature until end of turn. Okay, you still can't hit Hexproof or Shroud because you're not allowed to even... Would that work? When Sunburst is cast? Okay, it's never cast until you target something and pay its cost. So, you still can't target Hexproof and Shroud, but you can hit on Indestructible. That you can do. So it basically says when this thing is cast, you get it actually should be in a different break, I think, like as a different paragraph. When Sunburst is, what is this called? Sunburst, right? When Sunburst is cast, remove all abilities from target creature and remove all counters. Sunburst is already a mechanic. Well, this is not a mechanic. This is the name of a card. So you can have the name of a card that's not in a mechanic. I'm not here today seems contradictory. You still can't remove the Hexproof, though, for anyone that was trying to remove Hexproof. But it does get rid of some important things. It gets rid of shield counters. It gets rid of indestructibility. It gets rid of... what else would be super relevant here? Any +1/+1 counters that might be keeping the creature alive. So it does have a lot of application. All right, we got Sunburst. It can kill a lot of stuff. Ward would have triggered already. That's true. It doesn't really get around. It does not get around Ward. Dredge is a mechanic and a card name. That's true. It can happen. Is less than here? I don't see less than here. Or was less than here? I can't remember. I'd like to get somebody who hasn't got a card. Okay, let's get another. Okay, I'm going to get... Or I can't remember. Holy crap, what the hell is all that? That's a lot of words. Superman, Protector of Metropolis. For 5 mana. Human alien hero. Flying and indestructible. Okay, finally. This guy's indestructible. He's a 6/6. Symbol of hope and justice. Superman cannot deal lethal damage to any creature or player. Interesting. Superman has not killed anybody. Nobody. I guess the heroes, they never end up killing anybody, even by accident. If Superman would deal damage to a player, that would reduce their life total to less than 1. Instead, it deals damage equal to the life total -1. If Superman would deal lethal damage to a creature, instead heal all damage from that creature, and then it deals damage equal to that creature's toughness -1. Tap that creature. It also has heat vision, because it zaps things. Tap Superman, deals 4 damage to target creature. It's almost like giving everybody a worship. I don't know if that is a flavor win, but that is certainly a very doable card. Isn't there already a Sunburst keyword? No, but it's not. The last card wasn't a Sunburst card. It was Sunburst the card. Pedman says, it's Batman that has a no-kill rule. Superman just prefers to avoid killing, but doesn't have a rule against it. It's nothing against killing. It's like, I could kill you if I wanted to. I choose not to because I like you. He also went full tyrannical killmonger dictator in Injustice. Anyone can have a bad day, you know? Just make sure you're not around Superman when he has a bad day. Okay, Mappius didn't get a sec. So many people got 2 cards in today's show. Mappius didn't. I would love you to have a card here, Mappius. Soracado Ow. Soracado Ow. Oh, it's cute. What is this card? Oh my god. It's so adorable. I don't even know what creature this is. Oh, it's a fox. Cleric creatures you control have Ward 2. We need more Ward 2. Ward 1 sucks. It just doesn't do anything. Soracado Ow, the Soracado Maiden, is a 2-mana 1/1 human cleric. When Ow enters, create Inari, a legendary 1/1 white fox creature token with cleric creatures you control have Ward 2. Tap, choose one. Activate only during the end step. Target player puts up to 6 target creature cards from their graveyard on the bottom of their library in any order. And then remove all stun counters from another target creature and untap it. This is, well, first off, I have to give you my fullest compliments for Inari. I think this thing is very adorable. I don't know if you invented it or this is from some sort of anime or something, or manga. The Pair Commander one. It's less than I would have thought. Jess says, Nikachu needs sound effects like knocking to see if he can get us to check the front door. Word on the street, a lot of you don't like the police siren sound effect, because for everyone that watches the show in their car, they actually think that they're literally hearing a police car in the background, so it freaks them out. Please read Inari's flavor text. It's pawn. I don't know what that means. Jack and Pion? No, that's Pion. I don't know what pawn means. Oops. Let's get back to this card. So you make the a fox that gives Ow Ward 2, and you can keep putting cards from your graveyard back into the deck, which does 2 things. It's target player, so you can choose your opponents. So you can actually shrink their graveyard to shrink for whatever reason that might help. You know, anti-reanimator, anti-delve, anti-threshold, anti-many things. Or remove all stun counters from another target creature and untap it. We've got a very doable card. I would actually say this is Ibers. Toilet Duck is like, if people are watching the show in their car, that's their problem. Well, anyway, people have given me the feedback. Both are from Summer Pockets, which is a visual novel. Very fun. Oh, foxes go pawn and con. I didn't know that. It's like, is that like how cats go nyan? But only in Japan. They go meow in America. And Canada. Okay, we got one more super chat. Who was Benovsky here? I don't think Benovsky was here today. Let's give Benovsky a card. Congratulations, Benovsky. You get the last bingo card. Did we do that? Okay, 2 mana for Last Duty. It's a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile a creature you control. Last Duty deals damage equal to the exiled creature's power to any target. If a creature you don't control is dealt damage this way, create a number of treasure tokens equal to its toughness. So basically, it's a super fling. We can fling this card, and if you hit, you go face. Okay, you don't get anything. You go face, and it's sorcery speed. But if you hit a creature, then you get a bunch of treasure tokens in response. Your opponent could also, if I understand correctly, destroy their creature in response. So you don't have a target for this card, and then the whole thing is countered, which would still be like a wasted 2-for-1. Oh, Pedgeman, always looking for cards, but you're going to have to wait till next time, because that's exactly how long you're going to have to wait for the next custom Magic the Gathering card show, which isn't even very long. It's like a few days from now, because this was like an extra one for, well, not for free, Compliments of Bacon Catbug. Thank Bacon Catbug for the whole thing. Basically today's show was sponsored by Bacon Catbug. As usual, we do these shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. I mean, of course, this, above all shows, are being supported by all of you. Big time by the members on YouTube. Members on YouTube, patrons on Patreon, and the Super Chatters that donate for the show and Super Chat to help other people become part of the show. Thanks everyone for being here today, for all your creative cards. People like Mappius and Majra, Toilet Duck, Little Deadfly, Mercenary, Steve Cooper. I'll donate $200 next time. I'll do it. I'll do another $200. If you keep donating big donos, yeah, I guess we'll have more extra custom Magic the Gathering cards. What do we have? Adaptus Chocolatus, Dr. DCA, Arethusa. Who else is here? Mappius. I think Shinobi. Nova was here too. Nova was here the entire time. Didn't spend any money on donos, but we got you anyway, Nova the Space Wolf. We got one of your cards. As usual, my coffee crew. What do we got here? Oh yeah, thank you for being here. Keep brewing those coffees, as I don't have that much left, and we're gonna keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.